After one day, the three leave the island and they go to complete their mission. Unable to stay longer for a moment, the three hurriedly bid farewell to their parents and stayed away from the dangerous place. I finally left this dangerous place. Garp smiled sincerely. He was scared. Father is very strong, and he doesn't want to come back in a short time. It's too scary. I'm so miserable. Garp complained about his father, and complained about the two people next to him for being so disrespectful and watching him being beaten. Xiaohei. Why don't you help me? Xiaohei shrugged and said, Garp, you think you can't beat me? I'll go up. What can I do? Get beaten. It seems to make sense. Garp no longer struggles. Xiaohei is a girl, it is normal to be afraid. What about you, Sengoku? You agreed to do it together, but in the end, you were desperate to save yourself. Sengoku has a bad face and his physical strength is not as strong as Garp's. The same punch, the same strength, even with the protection of Devil Fruit ability, he still feels uncomfortable. The arm is aching right now, and Garp, is fine. Look at my hands, they're still shaking. With just one punch, Sengoku understood how terrifying Chen Qingtian's power was. And only Garp the bastard could stand it. What a monster. In 7 years, we have grown up with each other, and we understand many things. Garp's talent is very strong, mainly because his body is strong and his recovery is like a monster. No matter what kind of injury you suffer one day, you will be fierce the next day. It's like this every day. They're dying of pain. Garp, it's okay. His physical skills are the best among several people, and he is also the strongest among his peers. Even if it is the empty boss, it may be 50-50 with Garp. And such a body, under Chen Qingtian's fist, howled continuously. F*Kami. I'm telling you, Sengoku, the old man's fists are poisonous, they can break through defenses and attack directly from the inside. Garp felt disgusted when he mentioned this. His armament hockey was like a fake in the eyes of Chen Qingtian. It's useless, and my own powerful body is also useless. Sengoku vomits blood. Your sister. Why didn't you say it earlier? If you said earlier, I wouldn't be stupid to help you. Garp touched his head and giggled. Didn't I forget? Sengoku rolled his eyes. He didn't forget, he did it on purpose. He wanted to let himself go up and take a punch, and he got his wish. Xiaohei came to a conclusion from the side, that is, the old man's armament hockey is very strong. You said, we haven't even touched the old man's defense. How strong is his defense? As soon as these words came out, the three fell silent. Yes, they fought for a long time, and they were either beaten or beaten. They couldn't touch Chen Qingtian's body at all, let alone test his defense. According to their guess, Chen Qingtian must have eaten devil fruit long ago. His defense is very strong. What devil fruit is the old man's devil fruit? There is a high probability that it is zone devil fruit. The three of them had guessed that Xiaohei had already discovered the problem. I used to be small and didn't have much contact with things, so I didn't know about it. Now, when they talked about this topic again, the three of them had different expressions. Sengoku agreed with Xiaohei's statement. He guessed. The high probability is zone devil fruit, and Logia is definitely not. There is also a small probability that it is Paramecia devil fruit. However, I prefer zone devil fruit. The old man's various functions have improved terribly. Zone devil fruit has the highest probability. I have another guess. Do you think it might be a phantom beast? Zone devil fruit also has a classification of phantom beast species, common species, ancient species, phantom beast species. Phantom beasts are the most outrageous. You don't know which direction they can develop. Most of the phantom beasts' devil fruit are very strong, to a heaven-defying level, even stronger than Logia. It is also very rare. There are only a few known aesthetic beasts' devil fruit. It's possible. Garp pondered. Damn old man, he ate devil fruit himself, but told Lousy not to eat devil fruit. Sengoku said with a smile. Garp, don't think about it, you don't want to eat devil fruit. Why? Sengoku said, I heard, devil fruit, in a word, you don't eat it. Xiaohei also said, yes, devil fruit's shortcomings are too obvious, you'd better not eat it, and listen to the old man. The two had eaten devil fruit, and it was okay in the early stage, but in the later stage, they felt bad instead. A good devil fruit might be able to increase strength, and the upper limit is high. Bad devil fruit is tasteless. Of course, it depends on the level of personal development. The most important thing is that Sengoku and Xiaohei feel more and more that the old man is right. Given them a chance, they don't want to eat it either. Young and ignorant, eat and eat. Okay. Lousy can surpass the old man without eating devil fruit. Lousy doesn't believe it. Garp, don't believe in evil, he wants revenge. No matter what, call back. I can't be beaten in vain. In the blink of an eye, 3 months have passed. Chen Qingtian stayed on the island and rebuilt the house, bigger and better looking. The surrounding areas have also been tidied up. Chen Qingtian has planted seeds for his fields and tidied up the fruit trees. He looked at his achievements, and then at his own cultivation effects, which improved a lot. Garp and others came back, gave Chen Qingtian a good care, and got a lot of rewards. The most striking thing is that the awakening level of devil fruit has increased by 5, and the future can be expected. It is already difficult to improve while staying on the island. Going down to the town, Chen Qingtian found the big beauty Kareem. Aunt Kareem understood what Chen Qingtian was thinking at a glance. This person was about to go out again. How long will you go out this time? Don't go for 7 or 8 years like last time. I'm getting old too, so I won't be able to see you for long. Chen Qingtian said with a smile. No, it may take 3 or 4 years. I will try to come back as soon as possible. Aunt Kareem gave Chen Qingtian a blank look. You said the same thing last time. Hey, forget it. Your words are unreliable. I will ask my daughter to visit often, don't worry. Chen Qingtian was speechless. What do you mean, go at ease? He thanked Aunt Kareem again and gave her the money, but Aunt Kareem didn't take it. Farewell to Aunt Kareem and stay away from this place. Chen Qingtian boarded the merchant ship. He embarked on a journey to the new world. It's also time to go out and have a look. How is the outside world? New world, here I come. 3 months later. New world. Chen Qingtian set foot on this land. In the past month, there have been constant wind and rain, and he has experienced life and death several times. The bad weather made them fall down several times, and saved themselves from danger several times. He set foot on the first unknown island of the new world, just ashore, into the bustling streets. He was blocked by a figure and couldn't see clearly ahead. Look up. Chen Qingtian took a closer look and saw a burly man standing in front of him. The burly man lowered his head and looked at Chen Qingtian. The two looked at each other without speaking. After a moment of silence, the man shook his body. The mace hit the ground, and the huge force was about to smash the ground. One can imagine the weight of the mace. Gululu. After taking a sip of wine, the drunken teenager turned slightly red. He lowered his head and grinned. Hey, old guy, get out of here. Arrogant. As expected of Teacher Kaido, I met Teacher Kaido as soon as I arrived in New World. Kaido was handsome when he was young, and Hockey was also Hockey. The tone of voice, exactly the same. With his upper body bare, holding a wine gourd and a mace, his appearance is instantly clear. Ding. How can a young boy come into contact with bad habits such as drinking? Caring for the young Teacher Kaido, remind him that minors are not allowed to drink, and drinking is not allowed to cause trouble. A drunk man who is insanely drunk is scary, you have to tell him to love him. Task reward. Devil Fruit Awakening increased by 5, Armament Hockey increased by 3 levels. Love is everywhere. Just set foot on the road of New World and trigger the mission. Teacher Kaido is indeed his lucky star. Look at how attractive Teacher Kaido looks. They looked very much like the gangsters I met when I was studying. At first glance, I thought they seemed very handsome and domineering. Look again, and you'll find that it's a bunch of idiots. Chen Qingtian looked at Teacher Kaido with eyes that looked stupid. Teacher Kaido understood the meaning in Chen Qingtian's eyes, and he was instantly angry. Hey, old guy, get out of here, don't get out of here, Lousy's mace doesn't have eyes. Holding a mace, facing Chen Qingtian. You can't go, if you don't go, Lousy will fly you. Chen Qingtian is not afraid of his mace. If the future Teacher Kaido, Chen Qingtian encounters it, he will avoid it a little bit. The current him is not enough for Chen Qingtian to avoid. Young Teacher Kaido hasn't eaten devil fruit yet. He is just a fool. Hey boy, come here. Chen Qingtian waved his hand, making Kaido start to bend over. The height is not equal. Kaido is a little taller than Chen Qingtian. He didn't want to look up at Teacher Kaido, and motioned for Teacher Kaido to bend down. Teacher Kaido sneered. Hee, old guy, you are so courageous that you want Lousy to bend over. There are very few people who can make him bend over. The old guy in front of him is not among them. Chen Qingtian knew that Teacher Kaido would not give in easily, so he said, Boy, do you understand respecting the old and loving the young? The old man is old and old, can't you respect the old man? Kaido stared at Chen Qingtian and took a sip of wine for himself. He breathed out the alcohol towards Chen Qingtian. I burped. Like that, it's safe to die. As expected of you, Kaido-sensei. Boy. How old are you this year? You are not an adult. Who allows you to drink? Minors can't drink alcohol, don't you know? Bring it to the old man. What to see? Believe it or not, the old man will ask your parents. After snatching teacher Kaido's wine gourd, Chen Qingtian gave himself 2 sips. The taste is good, it is a good wine, and the price is not cheap. Confiscated. What do you look at, are you not convinced? Unconvinced. Dare to look at lousy. Boom. Jump up and punch. Teacher Kaido's proud head lowered, and his body bent down. The whole person fell uncontrollably. Blinking, he fell to the ground. Chen Qingtian's fist was not light. Garp would have to kneel down with 1 punch. Don't talk about you, Teacher Kaido, just lie down obediently. Gululu. It tastes good, is there any more? The angry Kaido teacher has stood up and waved the mace. Chen Qingtian turned away without even looking. The mace attacked Luo Kong, and Chen Qingtian mocked. Hey, boy, you dare to do it? Didn't your parents tell you to respect the old and love the young? Believe it or not, the old man lies down, and you can't eat and walk around. The drunken teacher Kaido was humiliated, and he wanted to smash Chen Qingtian to death. Old guy, dare to hit lousy, lousy will kill you. A wave of mace will cost you 3,000 lives. Teacher Kaido is angry, but he doesn't care about other people's life or death. Chen Qingtian pulled Kaido to an open place, there was no one around. As for teacher Kaido, jump up and smash down. The huge vibration caused a deep hole to be smashed into the ground. Chen Qingtian, keep drinking. He's molesting Kaido-sensei. That's not how fights are fought, boy. He walked forward, walking slowly. But in Kaido's eyes, his movements are fast. Soon. Blinking, came to the front. Teacher Kaido swung the mace, his movements were fast, but in Chen Qingtian's eyes, they were slower. Raise your hand, holding the mace. With the other hand, throw up the wine gourd, and make a fist with the right hand. Aim at Teacher Kaido's forehead and touch it lightly. Teacher Kaido's body seemed to be cut and shattered, with his head on the ground. Head, buried deep in the sand. Chen Qingtian raised his hand, holding the wine gourd firmly. Drink wine. Good wine. It's been a long time since I've had such a good wine, it's not bad. In his left hand, he holds Teacher Kaido's mace. The weight is good, and Chen Qingtian wields the mace with great power. With the howling of the wind, there was movement under Chen Qingtian's feet, and he retreated quickly. Teacher Kaido, jump out, his body is full of sand. Teacher Kaido's mouth, nose, overflowing with blood. Chen Qingtian's fist was so heavy that Teacher Kaido couldn't bear it. He wiped the blood and asked coldly, who are you? Is this person Marine? Teacher Kaido is not afraid of Chen Qingtian. Even if he gets beaten, he is not afraid. A bad old man. Why, come again. Teacher Kaido's face changed, he stared at Chen Qingtian. This person is very strong, and I have been injured after receiving 2 punches from him. Moreover, this person is very strange, and his actions cannot touch him at all. Lousy is scared. Teacher Kaido is fearless. A real reckless man, he will go to bed when he meets him. His mace was not in his hand, and its power was reduced by half. Still, he got on. Snatching the mace, Chen Qingtian swung the mace and gave Teacher Kaido a head-on blow. The 4 words, Thunder 8 trigrams, were almost called out. Use Teacher Kaido's big move to defeat Teacher Kaido, I believe his expression will look good. It's a pity that Chen Qingtian won't be thundering 8 trigrams for the time being. The mace is not bad, it's easy to use. Backhand, another blow to Kaido teacher. A blow to the head. Teacher Kaido was knocked dizzy. The body that flew out like a cannonball made a deep hole. Teacher Kaido, paralyzed on the sand, his appearance is very miserable. The 7 orifices bleed. Bloody. He can still stand up, with thick blood and thick flesh. Who are you? Gritting teeth. Miserable, Mr. Kaido has not been so miserable for a long time. The movement of their battle is not small, and they will quickly attract their companions. Teacher Kaido is delaying Chen Qingtian, how could Chen Qingtian not see it? He wanted to see who was going out with Kaido-sensei, so he could try them out. Are you waiting for someone? Kaido's pupils condensed, he knew what he was thinking. The strength of one person cannot defeat Chen Qingtian, Kaido, and other companions. HMPH, to kill you, no one else is needed, Laozi alone can do it. Without the wine gourd, Kaido wanted to drink, but he couldn't. The weapon was confiscated, and he was unarmed, but he was still not afraid. It's just that the man in front of him is very strong, and the pressure on him is unprecedented. The opponent's fist is very hard, really hard. Every punch, from the inside to the outside, Kaido is almost unable to hold on. He felt that Chen Qingtian was beating him, just like a father beating his son. He was naturally suppressed and couldn't resist. The tone is quite loud, I don't know if you can bear the beating. The mace waved, and the tiger was full of wind. Teacher Kaido's pupils condensed, he took a step back, and the front was just right, just not enough. The enemy is too strong, he has to pull, turn around, and run. Behind, the cold wind hit. Teacher Kaido's heart skipped a beat, he got down and rolled over. The mace passed by the ground, and the shaken air created a huge deep hole. Chen Qingtian was already standing behind Kaido, and with one blow, Kaido was shocked. The speed is good and the response is fast. Chen Qingtian joked, so you are also afraid of being beaten? It's impossible not to be beaten. Our teacher Kaido is not the existence of immune to death who claims to be the strongest creature in the sea, land and air. That's it. So. Hey, boy, report your name. Chen Qingtian asked knowingly, he smiled and asked Teacher Kaido. Teacher Kaido stared at Chen Qingtian intently, not daring to be distracted. Laozi Kaido is also. The current Kaido teacher is not the future Kaido of the beasts, his pirate group has not yet formed. He is still young, capable, and very talented. Chen Qingtian just likes this kind of badass. The more badass you are, the harder he will fight. Boy Kaido, how about giving this old man 3 blows, as long as you don't die, Laozi will let you go. 3 sticks, no more, no less. As the saying goes, there are no more than 3 things. You are teacher Kaido, so it is natural to give you love and special treatment. HMPH. Teacher Kaido was underestimated by others, he snorted coldly. Laozi won't die, the damned person is you old guy. He stood up and twisted his neck. Teacher Kaido saw that the time was about the same, and the supporters were about to arrive. He no longer worries. Have you thought about how to die? Old guy. It's so embarrassing. So arrogant. It seemed that he was the one who beat someone, and Chen Qingtian was the one who was beaten. The status and situation of the two are reversed. Mr. Kaido is worthy of you, you are more arrogant than others at any time. Ha ha ha, Kid Kaido, your tone is very tough. Chen Qingtian continued. So far, you are the toughest person I have ever seen. However, soon, you won't be able to laugh. Chen Qingtian didn't want to give him the chance to continue to brag, drink, and wave a mace. Smiling, his figure gradually blurred. Kaido stepped back, running back. There was a chill on his back, and the instinct of the beast told Kaido that there was danger, very dangerous. The old guy is angry and wants to be ruthless. Damn old guy, he hasn't used his full strength yet. His life is miserable. If I had known earlier, I wouldn't be so arrogant, just provoking an old man casually, his strength is so terrifying. Teacher Kaido ran, and Chen Qingtian chased after him. It's just that the speed of the two is different. Kaido soon caught up. Chen Qingtian teased him. You run, keep running. Do not stop. Teased and laughed, drinking and laughing at the same time. Teacher Kaido ran back and forth, there was no way for him to avoid the open space. It is impossible to find a place to hide. At this moment, Kaido regrets that he should not come to this place to fight. Careless. Kaido boy, come, eat a stick. Love from me, bear it well. Boom. With a pain in his back, Teacher Kaido flew out. What a beautiful falling arc, smashing a deep hole. Teacher Kaido's body was lying in the middle of the pit, and Chen Qingtian stood on it, staring down. Sand, flowing slowly. Teacher Kaido vomited blood 3 times in a row. He held his chest and stood up tremblingly. With one blow, his internal organs were shattered. Internally, it hurts more than externally. Cough cough. Damn, bastard. It was the first time for an angry teacher Kaido to be abused like this, teasing him and beating him violently. The thick body can't bear the beating. Chen Qingtian's methods are too clever, every move is aimed at his internal attack. Defense, under Chen Qingtian's attack, is useless. Laozi is going to tear you apart. Teacher Kaido, who is like a beast, has turned on a berserk state. Chen Qingtian pressed down his head with one hand and smashed it hard to the ground. Teacher Kaido's cry, stop here. His mouth was full of a mixture of mud, sand and blood. He wanted to cry out, but he couldn't. The head, buried deep in the sand. Chen Qingtian let go, put down the mace, and clapped his hands. It's dirty. Wiping on Kaido's pants, he said disgustedly. Your teammates don't seem to be here yet, Kaido boy. The half-dead teacher Kaido has tenacious vitality, so he can stand up like this. The defense is good, and the body is well exercised. Chen Qingtian is more and more appreciative of teacher Kaido. It is not luck to be able to become 4 emperors in the future. Cough cough. Teacher Kaido got up and cleaned the sand from his mouth. His red eyes stared at Chen Qingtian, remembering him, he must not forget. This man beat himself up hard. Just as he was about to speak, teacher Kaido looked overjoyed. His reinforcements have arrived. You're dead, old man. He is no longer alone. There is one more important companion, a companion who is stronger than him. Wow haha. Before people arrive, the voice comes first. The sound is loud and shocking. Chen Qingtian looked up, and a woman came quickly. Carrying a knife that doesn't quite match her figure, the way she walks is full of humor. It turned out to be her aunt. Bigo looked good when he was young. Compared with the aunt behind, the current aunt is still a beautiful woman. Slender, tall and thin, just like a beautiful woman. The long legs are exposed, even a man should pay more attention. If you don't know what she will look like in the future, you might be attracted to her. Many people were recruited, and the aunt gave birth to many children for them. Kaido, tisk tisk, it's so miserable. Aunt came to report. She was condescending, watching Kaido's miserable appearance, her pupils constricted, aunt, angry. Her companion had been beaten and was seriously injured. Who did it? The aunt said angrily. Those who dare to touch the rocks pirates, are you tired of working? Kaido jumped up and walked over to Big Mom, who was weak, pointed at Chen Qingtian and said, be careful, this old man is very strong. Only then did the aunt notice the existence of Chen Qingtian, and she said coldly, you hit me, old guy. Chen Qingtian helped the forehead. Why didn't one or two know how to respect the old and love the young? One mouthful and one old guy. Have you been in New World for a long time, or are you confused? You should call uncle when you meet. Ding. The young Bigo is very cute. She is a beautiful woman. Are you interested? It's time for you to find a girl. She is very capable of giving birth, and I promise to give birth to a bunch of children for you. Whether you want to be a winner in life, or want to be invincible, your chance is in front of you, middle-aged man. Go, fight. Mission. Care for them, they lose their manners at a young age, you have to educate them to learn manners again. Reward. Very generous. Cough cough, brother, you think highly of me. Get on well with aunt, do you think I'm casual? Although the current aunt looks good, when you think of the aunt in the future, with a bunch of children, Chen Qingtian's scalp tingles when thinking of this. The more sons there are, the more the care system can be triggered, and by then Chen Qingtian can become crazily stronger. You don't need to go out to become stronger. The suggestions given by the system are very correct and reasonable. Laozi's grandson is ready. You let Laozi do this, don't come, I'm afraid. However, there are missions announced, and the rewards are unknown. This is the most luxurious. Big Mom comes with Kaido and cares for them at the same time. New World is really a good place, I just met them when I first arrived. He seems to like New World. Kaido, are you okay? Kaido shook his head. I'm fine, I can still fight. He pointed to the gourd and mace in Chen Qingtian's hand, and Kaido said coldly, that person took away Laozi's gourd and mace. Wait a minute and you have to be careful with his mace. The aunt said speechlessly, no way, Kaido, you actually. Weapons were taken, so was the wine gourd, and everything was seized from you. Where is your face? Kaido's face turned red, he also knew shame, and when he said it, he was laughed out of his teeth. You know that this person is not an ordinary person. His fist is weird, be careful. Before finishing speaking, the aunt rushed forward. The reckless team likes to fight head-on. They never try to scheme and crush you with force. In the face of absolute strength, nothing is imaginary. Ha ha ha, old guy, my mother has taken a fancy to you. The aunt laughed, it was rare for her to meet an opponent, so she had to give her a good beating. Free yourself and fight Chen Qingtian. Her knife is big and not light, and it is a bit worse than a mace. But as an aunt of the Titan family, she is very powerful. At least several times more than Kaido, this power alone is enough to crush ordinary people. Natural advantages, this is the advantage of the Titans. With a long lifespan and a body more than 10 times that of ordinary humans, they are born warriors. If it weren't for their small population and low fertility, they might have been exterminated long ago. After all, it is impossible for human beings to keep this kind of group alive, the threat is too great. The strength is good, miss. Big O laughed loudly, ha ha ha. The old guy is not bad, he can take a knife from my old lady. One shot was taken, what about the second shot? Ant's knife kept cutting down, but Chen Qingtian intercepted them one by one. Kaido in the distance doesn't watch the show, he wants to participate. Stopped by the ant wanted to fight alone. Kaido, you stop, I will deal with him alone. He wanted to see if this old guy was as terrifying as Kaido said. If it is, the ant will teach him to be a man. She has seen stronger people before, nothing is stronger than that man. Big O, he's strong, you'd better be careful. Kaido wanted to go up, but he held back, he knew what the ant was like. If you go up rashly, you will be beaten by the ant. Once that woman decides something good, she won't change it. He could only watch in place, and Kaido was shocked by this look. Big Mom's attack couldn't hit Chen Qingtian. Her actions were all calculated by Chen Qingtian. Know the attack in advance and avoid it. With a backhand, Big Mom flew out for the first time. The landing happened to be the deep pit where Kaido landed for the first time, the same position, the same stick. The ant couldn't bear the attack either, and their attack seemed like a child's attack in Chen Qingtian's eyes. Damn, what kind of ability is this? Is observation haki so strong? It's not that Kaido doesn't know Conqueror's haki, but is it that strong? That's not a predictive action, but during the battle, he can deal with it calmly, and the observation haki can be turned on at any time. Big Mom started to fight again, with a strong body, Kaido was ashamed. The two fought for half an hour. Big Mom kept flying out. As for Chen Qingtian, he was not injured at all. They were the ones who were beaten. It's definitely not observation haki's predictive ability, as if he knew the direction of their attack in advance. In a fierce battle, that man can be so calm. Are they too weak, or is that man too strong? It's unscientific, observation haki can't do this. Kaido muttered inwardly, his body recovered partly. The most serious injury is also healing. It looked fine on the outside, but inside, the injury was still serious. He squinted his eyes and stared at Chen Qingtian. Big Mom couldn't last long. Big Mom's defense is stronger, but Chen Qingtian's attack is different, attacking from the inside. She probably felt it. The ant had a gloomy face, yes, her internal organs were damaged. There was no injury on the outside. At first Big Mom felt that Chen Qingtian couldn't break through his defense. Kaido's injuries don't look serious, there are no wounds on the outside. I thought there would be no problem with my body, but unexpectedly, that person's armament haki was poisonous. Damn it. Damn you. Chen Qingtian smiled and said, you guys are so courageous. A strong Kaido and Big Mom. Big Mom is stronger than Kaido. Kaido, who didn't eat devil fruit, is simply a reckless man. And Big Mom, with the devil fruit ability blessing, can launch various attribute attacks. Thanks to the high level of Chen Qingtian observation haki, he can avoid it in advance. The soul fruit is indeed extraordinary and very strong. Big Mom's level of development is not low, she can deprive her lifespan and increase her own lifespan. Very heaven-defying ability, Big Mom should be in control now. I said, you two go up together. The arrogant Chen Qingtian invited Kaido. Hey, Kaido boy, you can go too, it's not challenging to be alone. I thought you would surprise me, but I didn't expect you to be so weak. I'm so disappointed. I originally thought you could hurt me, but now it seems, hey. Shake your head. Kai Guoguo's taunt. I despise you too. Too weak to pose a threat to me. I think highly of you too. In a word, he slapped Kaido and Big Mom in the face, and the faces of both of them turned black. Furious. They were underestimated. Belittled by an unknown old guy. Scholars can be killed, but not humiliated. It's unreasonable. Lousy can't swallow this breath, Big O. Kaido doesn't care if Big O is angry or not, he will do it. Kill Chen Qingtian, otherwise, he will have demons in the future. Boom. The mace swung and smashed down. Rough, simple, direct. Chen Qingtian took a blow to the head, Kaido jumped up, blinked, and went down. Boom. People, lying on the ground. The deep pit was 10 meters in size, and Kaido was almost knocked unconscious by the blow. Just as he was about to make a move, he went down. Kaido. Big O wanted to flank Kaido and put pressure on Chen Qingtian. Unexpectedly, Kaido was useless, and he was attacked as soon as he came up. With a blow to the head, People are numb. You go with him too. Chen Qingtian came behind Big Mom, and she reacted. Still one step slower. Chen Qingtian's attack has fallen. Go. You two. One stick, 2 people, hit the same position. A deep pit, 2 people, lying on the left and right. Kaido was hit again. Why is it always him who is injured? Big Mom stood up, she pulled Kaido up, and checked Kaido's injuries. It was more serious than expected, all internal organs were shattered. Keep going and they might end up here. The two went out to purchase supplies, but unexpectedly, they encountered difficulties. If everyone else is here, there is no such thing as Chen Qingtian. The captain and the others don't know what's going on here, and we can't tell them. We can only rely on ourselves now. Kaido, can you still do it? Kaido recovered slightly, and he nodded. Letting go of Big Mom's support, Kaido's pupils burst into flames. It's really frustrating to be beaten continuously. Hit yourself with your own weapon. Kaido is going crazy. It's a pity that he can't transform into a dragon. He hasn't eaten devil fruit yet. Wait for me to attack, and you will sneak attack from the side. We Rocks pirates cannot be beaten in vain. The Rocks pirates, the strongest pirates at the moment. The king of the new world, their captain, and the strongest man. The man in front of him was just a little stronger. Old fellow, those who dare to touch our Rocks pirates, I think you are tired of your work. Do you know that our boss Rocks is nearby? If you don't want to die, just kneel down obediently. The ant first frightened Chen Qingtian with words, and brought out the name of Rocks. Among the pirates and marines in New World, who doesn't know the name of the Rocks pirates? Chen Qingtian picked his nose. I don't know, who is it? Kaido. Lousy thought Lousy was arrogant enough, and you were even more arrogant than Lousy. Bigo. This person is a hillbilly from Shankara. It's so strange that someone doesn't know their boss Rocks. Is he from this world? HMPH, old guy, listen up, our boss, Rocks, is the strongest pirate in New World, bar none. Our pirate group is also the strongest pirate group at the moment. You are against us, you are against the Rocks pirates. I advise you to surrender obediently, otherwise. Here we go. A familiar scene. Chen Qingtian is speechless. I dare to beat you. Why are you afraid of the Rocks pirates? I want to run, can you still find me? I'm so scared. Chen Qingtian pretended to be scared. Seeing this, the ant said happily. Now you know how to be afraid. Let me tell you, old guy, this matter is endless. You beat Kaido and hurt my old lady, the debt is endless. Who said Big Mom is an idiot? Stand up and see if I don't beat you to death. Knowing that you can't beat the backer, she can make you afraid to do it. What do you want to calculate? Chen Qingtian narrowed his eyes and watched the two quietly. What are they trying to do? The ant first said. Give back the mace to Kaido, and the wine gourd as well. No problem. It's not my own, so I can return it to Kaido. The ant said again. Then you beat us up, don't worry, we won't kill you, at most cut off 2 of your arms. The ant sneered inwardly, she wanted Chen Qingtian's life. You are given 50 years of life, whether you can survive depends on your fate. Got it. These 2 people are not going to let me go. Chen Qingtian simply said, so there is nothing to talk about? As soon as these words came out, Kaido and the ant were taken aback. He is about to get angry. The ant changed her words. Then how about a beating? Conditions can be negotiated. Chen Qingtian pointed to himself and said, I said you 2 look at me like a fool? The 2 shook their heads. Chen Qingtian said coldly, since Lousy is not a fool, why should he agree to your request? I am the one with the upper hand. The 2 of you can only be beaten. Shouldn't you lower your profile when you negotiate with me? Or did you 2 think moving out of the Rocks would scare me? Since Lousy did it, he doesn't care about the Rocks pirates. It was Kaido who provoked the old man first. The old man doesn't cause trouble, but the old man is not afraid of trouble. You bully the old man, how can the old man bear it? You who are so unreasonable still want the old man to call you standing up. Think too much. Besides, if this old man kills you, who would know that this old man did it? Right now, it's cold. The 2 felt the cold attack for no reason, and Chen Qingtian became murderous. The ant was not scared too much, she said. You want to kill us, HMPH, if I try my best, you have to leave something behind. Chen Qingtian shook his head, he touched the mace, and took another sip of wine for himself. I don't think so, killing you is a very simple matter. The old man never does anything he is not sure about. Kaido kid, you want a mace, right? I'll give it to you. The huge mace was thrown, and Kaido below dodged, and the mace smashed a deep hole. Kaido pulled out his mace, and his confidence returned. Chen Qingtian showed his arms, and said with a smile, "Since there is nothing to talk about, the old man will show you what it means that there is a sky beyond the sky, and there are people beyond people." Armament Haki hardened. Double fists with black Haki attached. Black to ultimate. Chen Qingtian, use your strength. It's no longer about playing. Two little guys who don't know the heights of the sky and the earth dare to threaten the old man. Let's take a look without giving you any color. You don't know who is the boss and who is the younger brother. Shave. Sideways. Blink thing. Chen Qingtian stood in front of Kaido, and Kaido swung the mace. Hit with all your might. Thunder 8 trigrams. The extremely fast speed produces lightning, which attaches to the mace. As soon as Kaido's big move Thunder 8 trigrams came out, the world was pitch black. Punch. Chen Qingtian's accumulated punch is blooming at this moment. Unpretentious fist, bombardment Thunder 8 trigrams. Two people collide. Boom. In an instant, sand flew all over the sky, enveloping the two of them. The thunder of 8 trigrams continued, and then weakened. Crack. A faint sound of cracking sounded, and the sound of thunder disappeared. What? Boom. After the wail, a figure flew out. Big Mom rushed out and caught Kaido's body, and they were dragged more than 10 meters away. Kaido? Kaido passed out. His mace shattered. Right hand, smash. The whole person fell into weakness. There is air out, but no air in. Punch. Kaido falls. Even Thunder 8 trigrams couldn't withstand Chen Qingtian's punch. At this moment, Big O felt he had to retreat. There is nothing wrong with the other party, and the clothes are still clean. After fighting for so long, don't say he was injured. Mao is fine. Kaido, wake up. Kaido, in a coma, won't wake up for a short time. It will take at least a month for his arm to recover. In addition to the injuries to the internal organs, Kaido will not be able to fully recover within 2 or 3 months. It is still the premise of Kaido's strong vitality and recovery ability guarantee, otherwise, take a rest for a year. Damn it. Aunt scolded and scolded. She is not a fool, she can see how strong Chen Qingtian is. Let go of Kaido, and try not to let Chen Qingtian think about Kaido. Tisk tisk, so weak, he fell down with one punch. Chen Qingtian didn't expect his punch to be so powerful, and he only used 30% of his strength. The level of one punch is 73. Over the years, Chen Qingtian has practiced the skill of one punch a lot. The degree of diligence is more diligent than other skills. The higher the punch level, the higher the force. When Chen Qingtian hits someone, the more enjoyable it is. With one punch, everyone will fall down. Whoever you are, all I need is one punch. It seems that Kaido is not strong enough. He needs to practice more in the future, and don't always think about drinking, right? Drink and laugh. It seems to be asking the ant, but actually threatening the ant. If you have something to say, you can say it. I guarantee you the same fate as Kaido. Well, you are very strong. Big O laughed and said, I recognize your strength. It is your ability to stun Kaido, but if you want to knock him down, it's impossible. A stubborn ant who will never admit defeat. Bring it on. Big Mom is ready, and she will use her full strength. Continuing to hide, he and Kaido can't get out of the island. Island's not far away. Whitebeard noticed the color of the sky change and the smell of thunder in the air. He hesitated, staring ahead. The next moment, he felt the fluctuation of the battle. Even though it's far away, I can still feel it. You feel it? Whitebeard? Next to it is a golden-haired Lion King. Golden Lion is staring straight ahead. A breath of fighting flashed by. Then, there was another stronger breath. On the island in the distance, fighting broke out. It's Linlin and Kaido. Something happened to them. Golden Lion could feel it in the blink of an eye, and he said with a smile, the two little guys can cause trouble even if they go out for a trip. I'm really convinced. Whitebeard swung his broadsword, and Haki said, don't say that, ha ha ha, they seem to have met their match. All the big moves were used, and the battle fluctuated a lot. It seems that he has encountered a difficult opponent. The two looked at each other and looked at the captain beside him. Rocks, the captain of the strongest pirate group, is sitting on the ground at the moment. Suddenly, he opened his eyes and looked forward. Behind, the pitch black fluctuates chaotically, depressingly. Golden Lion and Whitebeard retreated simultaneously, stunned by the momentum. Newgate, go and have a look. Rocks sat down and closed his eyes. Whitebeard wondered why he had to go there by himself. Too bad. Obviously the Golden Lion went faster. Golden Lion taunted Whitebeard. Haha, Newgate, the boss told you to go. Don't look at me, I don't want to go. Linlin and Kaido have an accident, he can't wait. No waste is left on the ships, it is better that they die. Originally, they joined the pirates for their own benefit, as long as they can achieve their goals, they will not hesitate. As for friendship and companions, they are all false. Between them, there is only interest. Forget it, lousy, let's go. Whitebeard had no choice but to go in person. On the island. The fight continues. The ant stepped back step by step, and there were constant wounds on her body. Chen Qingtian's fists dealt heavy blows to Big Mom time and time again. Every time there is a confrontation, the ant feels pain. The opponent, Armament Hockey, has practiced very well, and the fruit ability is useless to him. Every move was within his expectations, and the more the ant beat her, the more aggrieved she became. I am the one being beaten. Damn it. It was another punch. Big Mom Armament Hockey defended and was still hit. Boom. The angry ant stepped back, pointing her knife at Chen Qingtian. Waiguo. Furious. The ant didn't care too much, and got angry. One of the tricks of the Titans. Waiguo comes from Albuff's gun, Waiguo, Hakoku and Hiro's gun. The strength of the three is relative, naturally, it is said that Hakoku is the head of the three guns. Waiguo's record is impressive, and Dama has defeated countless powerful enemies with this move. Armament Hockey hardening. The fist is black. Punch. Chen Qingtian stood on the ground and punched the sky. Big Mom from top to bottom. Wei Guo punched each other. The roar of the Titans, their majesty is the hymn of their lives. With one move, there is no end to death. Boom. In an instant, the sky changed color. The dark clouds dispersed. The huge impact caused scenes like natural disasters to appear around. The seawater hits and surges back. The ground cracked. Ant's prestige cut a road, a river. The huge river channel is filled with seawater. And under Chen Qingtian's feet, there was a huge deep pit. Mom, fly out. Her knife, without splintering, was harder than Kaido's mace. Different quality. What? Mom, fall down. Fainted. Both of them fainted. Big Mom and Kaido were knocked unconscious by Chen Qingtian's punch. One person beat two people, and Chen Qingtian won completely. It's still too weak. It takes so long to beat them. Chen Qingtian murmured, wouldn't it take longer to meet Whitebeard and the others? There is also a big boss Rox, whose strength is unfathomable. I will strengthen my training in the future, and I was almost hacked. He is as good as ever. The clothes were shattered by the huge impact, but Chen Qingtian didn't care. He looked at Kaido and Big Mom, and carried them to the front. Putting down the bodies of the two of them, it is natural to grope. Ahem, I am pure. Don't think about it. Not much money, Chen Qingtian took valuable things. Also, after an addiction, ahem. Ready to continue, he saw a ship approaching. A man stood on the boat. Holding the knife, Hockey leaked. It's not Hockey that Kaido-sensei can match at all. Looking at it from a distance, I was shocked. It has not yet come, giving people a strong impression. It was as if the world in front of me was about to shatter at any moment. Whitebeard Edward Newgate, are you here too? Chen Qingtian lowered his head and said, looking at Kaido and Ant, today, there is no way to be cruel. However, Chen Qingtian didn't intend to kill the two of them, he hadn't cared enough, so how could he kill them? While they are young, don't give them a good beating. When I grow up, I can't beat him anymore. You're here, how can I not give you face, Whitebeard? The wind is blowing, retreat. Chen Qingtian didn't want to meet Rox for the time being, he just came here for a walk, not to make trouble. Whitebeard Edward Newgate rushed over and immediately came to the place where the battle was most intense. The ground, messy, the aftermath of the battle told him the battle was over. Just after the curtain ended, he came a step late. I'm late? Whitebeard looked around for the victor. The battle is fierce, and he can feel the breath of Wei. What about Kaido and Linlin? Did he get killed? Or was he taken away? Whitebeard frowned, there was no suspicious person around. It was as if no one had ever been here, and no battle had broken out. He came here just to be a witness. Could it be that Marine is here? It doesn't make sense. If Marine comes, Kaido and Linlin cannot be arrested without a large number of Marines. No one knows their whereabouts, how did Marine know their location? Stop temporarily, buy supplies temporarily, and leave after buying. They didn't intend to stay here, but unexpectedly, something happened. No, it's not the people from Marine. If it was them, it would be impossible to retreat quickly. Huh? That's it. Whitebeard saw Kaido's mace and was shattered into several pieces. The mace was torn apart by the huge force, and he picked it up to see that it was shattered by the huge force. While my heart was shocked, I was also praying that no accident would happen to Kaido and the other two. Otherwise, he couldn't explain to the captain. Mace smash, Linlin's knife, is that? Looking forward, the cruelty of the battle was beyond his expectation. Along the way, I was shocked again and again. He saw the bodies of Kaido and Linlin, lying on the ground, not knowing whether they were alive or dead. Linlin, Kaido. Approaching quickly, Whitebeard breathed a sigh of relief, checking the two of them. Alive, they were not killed. It's just that their condition is not right, the injury is too serious, and they passed out. Kaido's injuries are the most serious, and if left untreated, his life may be in danger. Who did such a heavy hand? If the captain knows, he will be furious. Whitebeard didn't think much of it, he grabbed the two of them aboard. Hurry up and go back to the ship's doctor for treatment. If you delay, it will be bad for both of them. On another island, Golden Lion waited a long time and saw the ship come back. Unable to wait, he vacated the past. Fall on the board. Newgate. Why have you been away for so long? Golden Lion asked again. Where are Linlin and Kaido kid? They didn't come back with you. I searched around, but couldn't find the two of them. Normally, they would stand on the deck of the ship. They're hurt, they're still awake, Whitebeard said, grimacing. What? Golden Lion was shocked. Both Kaido and Linlin were injured and unconscious. He went in and watched for a while, then came out. With a gloomy face, he stared ahead. Newgate, do you know who did it? Golden Lion's hand, holding two knives, he wanted to hack that bastard to death. It hurt Kaido and Linlin so badly. There is no reason for this. Although he usually doesn't deal with them, after all, they are also companions, grasshoppers on the same boat. I don't know, I went there, they have passed out. After talking about the situation on the spot, Golden Lion became even more anxious. The enemy has already left. Instead of killing them both, he spared their lives. Golden Lion frowned. No, at this time, there are no powerful pirates and marines nearby. Two remote islands, it is good to see people. Strong, they have never met. Whitebeard didn't speak, the three approached, and the ship's doctor rushed to treat Kaido and Linlin. The injury is serious, but fortunately, the ship doctor's medical skills are good. The injury is stable and the two are not in danger. They are waiting for them to wake up. Who made the move? The Rocks pirates can't suffer, beating them is equivalent to bullying the Rocks pirates. Captain Rock's face was gloomy. He stared at the two people who were unconscious and took a look to see how their injuries were. Nothing on the outside, inside, quite serious. It's armament hockey. It's easy to see what's causing it. Whitebeard nodded. Emission, the murderer is a master of hockey. To make the two of them miserable, he should be a master of individual art. Often this is the scariest. If you don't eat devil fruit, you have no weakness. We'll talk about it when they wake up. The Golden Lion was going to take revenge, and Rocks spoke, not impulsively. They have big things to do now, and they can't make extra troubles. 2 hours later. Linlin and Kaido wake up one after another. Linlin wakes up first, followed by Kaido. The first thing the two did when they woke up was to look at each other. It was okay that they were not dead. Relieved, they lay down. Golden Lion Shiki hurriedly asked, Linlin, who did it? Linlin thought for a moment, and she said, an old man. Golden Lion frowned. Old man? Could it be that guy Kong? Linlin shook his head. No, I don't know a person I've never met before. Whitebeard asked eagerly. I don't know each other, so how did you fight? Linlin pointed to Kaido and said, you have to ask him. When I got there, they were already fighting. His gaze focused on Kaido. Kaido hesitated. I met him on the street, and he made rude remarks. Lousy must be upset. After that, we fought. It cannot be said that he provoked the matter. Kaido pushed the blame on Chen Qingtian. This kind of thing, no one testified, what he said was nothing. Several people looked at each other and understood that Kaido must be too arrogant and offended someone. Rocks folded his hands and said, did the other party disclose any information? His people cannot be bullied by others, otherwise, how can he convince the crowd? Kaido shook his head. He lowered his head and said, I can't beat him. This person has strange abilities, strong physical skills, and fast speed. The strangest thing is that this person's observation haki is very strange. He can avoid all my attacks. As soon as these words came out, several people fell into deep thought. Linlin added. We fought him for half a day and didn't hit him once. This person's strength is very strong, one punch directly hurts us. Speaking of Chen Qingtian, Linlin felt fear in his heart. The first time I met this kind of guy, it was a rogue. The defense she was famous for was vulnerable to Chen Qingtian. Whitebeard and Rox glanced at each other. They knew what ability it was, but they never expected that someone could cultivate observation haki to such a high level. It's incredible. Whitebeard exclaimed. I can't imagine that there are still people who can practice observation haki so hard. Armament haki is the one they have practiced the most, has the best effect, and is used the most in combat. Observation haki, in the high-end rounds, is basically useless. At best, they bully children. It is said that observation haki has been cultivated to a high level and can have incredible abilities. Rox waved his hand and said, it's okay if it's not Marine, next time we meet, kill him. Several people lowered their heads. Different minds. New world, the sea. Sitting leisurely on the bow, drinking tea and enjoying the beautiful scenery of nature. Garp, is your father okay? As a boss, condolences to subordinates. Sora assumed the big brother pose, I want to care for you, so I asked on purpose. Garp said speechlessly. Kong, can you stop the pot from opening and carry the pot, don't bring up sad things again. Garp was inexplicably angry, and Sora couldn't react. What did he do wrong? Is it wrong to ask? Sora asked Sengoku puzzled. Sengoku, what's wrong with Garp? Why does he have this expression when talking about his father? Sengoku knew the reason, who could be happy when he went home and was severely cleaned up. And a certain old man said, next time, he wants to see Garp take his wife back, not alone. If he went back alone, his legs would be broken. Why else, get beaten up? Sora was shocked. Garp's strength is very strong, and he was beaten when he went back. They are not what they were back then, but they are now famous. No matter how strong a person in a small place is, how strong can they be? Isn't it? Garp is letting his father go. Garp shook his head, and said sadly, if I let my father go, I'll feel better. The problem is that I let him, my father let me, I can't beat it, do you think it's outrageous? Brother Kong, you said that my talent is unique. Why'd I think you are lying to me? Empty, open your mouth wide. Can't calm down for a long time. What did he hear? Mr. Chen beat Garp violently. You must know that Garp's strength is comparable to him. Physique is called peak strength, and will it be beaten? Garp explained. I started to think that I was strong enough to abuse my father when I went back, but it turned out, hey. Don't mention the past. Sad things, let him go. Kong didn't quite believe it, he asked Xiaohei. Is what they said true? Xiaohei said seriously. That's right, the two of them fought together, they were both beaten, and almost sent back to their hometown with one punch. Sengoku and Garp may lie, but Crane cannot, she doesn't bother to lie. No. Isn't it? Is it really that strong? Unscientific, impossible. Kong continued to deny in his heart, how could such a thing happen? The last time I saw Chen Qingtian, he was not young. In the past so many years, his age is at least 40 years old. Even bigger. At this age, physical strength will gradually decrease, and once you reach 40, your physical strength will weaken. It is definitely not as good as a body in his 20s, there is no doubt about this. Some people have different physiques, such as the Titans, they have a longer lifespan, and the peak period will be delayed later. The peak period in this world will be delayed, and the 40s can be regarded as the peak period. But if you want to say that the strength has increased by leaps and bounds by several levels, it is impossible. It's good to be able to keep it. Even if it is Kong himself, the crazy increase in strength in recent years is also due to the limitation of lifespan. Xiaohei said responsibly, I can tell you, it's stronger than you imagined. Garp said that his strength will take at least 10 years of accumulation before he can beat his father violently. 10 years. How many decades are there in life? Empty, unable to complain, he was shocked. If he knew that Chen Qingtian's strength was cultivated from the back, he might be autistic. No wonder Garp doesn't want to talk about his father. Terrible. If I have such a father, I can't laugh. Being beaten every day, who can bear it? When I grow up, I think I am promising, and I can exhale and raise my eyebrows. It turned out that he still had to be beaten. No, I have to practice hard. Garp and Sengoku go to practice, and they start to evolve. Kong can't sit still, he has to practice. Can't let the two of them surpass themselves, otherwise, where will he lose face as a big brother? The words are divided into two ends. After Chen Qingtian beat up Kaido and Linlin, he didn't leave immediately. Stay in town, after all, Whitebeard he doesn't know himself. As for Linlin and Kaido, they don't want to get out of bed for half a month. For now, he's safe. The town is quiet and has a different style. He wanted to take a good stroll, found an inn, and lived in it. Chen Qingtian began to sort out what he got today, caring for the two future 4 emperors, the rewards must be generous. The first step is to receive the Kaido reward. Receive award. Ding! The awakening of the magic fruit has increased by 5, and armament hockey has increased by 3. Chen Qingtian's devil fruit awakening immediately increased by 5, the increase is not much, and life has expectations. 60 devil fruit awakened, still 40 short, more than half completed. After awakening, his strength will increase to a large stage. Armament hockey is dispensable, if you give it to me, I want it, if you don't give it to me, I don't feel bad about it. Level 74 armament hockey has been raised by 3 levels, gradually catching up with observation hockey. I don't know what the reward Linlin gave is. Open the blind box, very excited. Unlike Teacher Kaido's reward, Linlin's is an unknown reward. Am looking forward to. On. Ding, caring for Bigo is successful, rewards. Conqueror's hockey is upgraded by 3 levels, observation hockey is upgraded by 1 level, armament hockey is upgraded by 1 level, all marine 6 styles are upgraded by 1 level, life return is increased by 3 levels, and sword skills are increased by 3 levels. Except that devil fruit has not been improved, other abilities have basically been improved. There are 3 levels of high and 1 level of low. The improvement rate is not high, much lower than the previous level improvement. The further you get to the back, the higher the level and the slower the improvement. Chen Qingtian was very satisfied, he didn't expect that all Conqueror's hockey had been upgraded. Host. Monkey D. Qingtian, Chen Qingtian, Devil Fruit. Zone Turtle Fruit Phantom Beast Basalt Form, Awakening, 60. Skills. Iron Body LV 83, Finger Pistol 79, Moonwalk LV 71, Shaving LV 80, Tempest Kick LV 70, Paper Arts LV 83, Armament Hakilv 75, Observation Hakilv 78, Conqueror's Hakilv 37, Punch LV 73, Life Return LV 54, Swordsmanship LV 59. Iron Body Basalt Body, none, 6 styles Basalt Boxing, none. Devil Fruit abilities. Anti-injury, Flooding, Cracking Ground, Suppression. The luxury level is basically above level 50. Conqueror's hockey is the slowest to improve. Chen Qingtian is gradually familiar with Conqueror's hockey and can use it proficiently. As he levels up, his understanding of Conqueror's hockey deepens. The improvement of life return gradually slowed down. After reaching level 50, it was very slow to improve oneself. Unless Chen Qingtian can stay in a place full of natural energy without leaving, and keep comprehending day and night, and comprehend for a few years, maybe he can improve a level. Marine 6 styles has the highest level and crushes other skills. Iron Body. Chen Qingtian is perfectly integrated into the body, the stronger the iron body, the stronger his body. Defense. Increasing day by day, increasing every day. The increase was faint, and he could feel the lift, enough. It doesn't matter how strong my defense is, Kaido and Big Mom are too weak to attack me, hey, headache. At this moment, someone wants to pretend. In the blink of an eye, 2 months have passed. Chen Qingtian did not leave the town, and stayed in one place to eat and drink. Maybe it was fate. On this day, Chen Qingtian wanted to go out for a walk, but it was unlucky. He meets Teacher Kaido again. Teacher Kaido recovered from his injuries and came to wander around the town, not knowing what to buy. He entered the blacksmith shop, gave the money, and had a serious talk with the blacksmith for a long time, not knowing what he was going to do. Chen Qingtian guessed that he most likely wanted to build a weapon. Teacher Kaido's mace was broken by Chen Qingtian. He lacked a weapon and couldn't handle it easily. Alcoholic Teacher Kaido changed a new gourd, filled it with wine, walked 2 steps, and took a sip of wine. With a rough appearance, the owner of the blacksmith shop was afraid when he saw him. A burly, drinking man, reeking of alcohol, came rushing towards him. They do business and are afraid of troublemakers. Kaido gives them the feeling that they are pirates. It seems that Teacher Kaido is recovering from his injury. It's amazing. He's recovering really quickly. However, they still haven't left the island. If they haven't left for more than 2 months, they must have a conspiracy. Pirates generally don't stay in one place for too long. In 2 months, they are not in their own territory, and there is a high probability that they will be approached by Marine. It is believed that Marine has received the news, and may be on the way. Marine can find them whenever they show up in town. Every small town has a Marine information department, and the common people are also Marine intelligence personnel. Who did Teacher Kaido come with? Chen Qingtian is curious, is it with Bigo? Itchy hands, Chen Qingtian wants to continue to care for Teacher Kaido. No way, the moment I saw him, I remembered Teacher Kaido's arrogant life. He couldn't help but want to do it. It is said that someone is called immune to death. Ding. It's destiny to meet Teacher Kaido again, you want to love him again. The strongest creature in the sea, land and air in the future, Xiaoqiang known as immune to death, you want to try to see if he is really immune to death. Mission. Caring for Teacher Kaido again, let him understand the beautiful tradition of respecting the old and loving the young. How can teenagers in the new era forget the inheritance? Remarks. For the comprehensive development of morality, intelligence, physical education, art and labor, every direction is indispensable. Another mission. The recent tasks are relatively frequent. Seeing Kaido, I can't wait to start the task. Chen Qingtian was helpless, he wanted to care for him, and the system gave him a task. Teacher Kaido is too embarrassing. In the future, the 4 emperors will not care more today. They will become stronger in the future, but they will have no chance. While you are young, beat up a few more times. Hey, Teacher Kaido, it's not that I want to care for you, it's that the system loves you too much, I was forced. System. You are talking nonsense. Chen Qingtian followed in Teacher Kaido's footsteps, he didn't want to do anything on the street, there are too many people and it is easy to hurt innocent people. He also doesn't want to be known by too many people, the battle is fierce and it is easy to cause death. After walking around, Mr. Kaido seemed to be being followed. He looked back, and Chen Qingtian disappeared immediately. Strange. Why do I feel that someone is following me? Teacher Kaido's consciousness is good, he looked back several times again. Take 2 steps and look back once. If it wasn't for Chen Qingtian's disguise, Teacher Kaido would have seen it. Fortunately, Chen Qingtian blended perfectly into the crowd. Someone is following me. Teacher Kaido felt that he was really being followed. Is it Marine? They are pirates, and the ones being followed are all Marines. He is being targeted. I don't want to take it back to the pirates, he will be killed. Let's meet up with Newgate first, and kill Marine together. Teacher Kaido is steady, he won't do it easily. I suffered a lot from Chen Qingtian, and I just got out of bed today. If there is any more trouble, he doesn't want to lie in bed for another 2 months. How did he spend these 2 months? Do you know? Linlin was taunted every day by that old guy from Golden Lion, saying that he was such a piece of rubbish and caused trouble by himself, which caused Linlin to get hurt. Weak chickens will always only be bullied. The ugly words came out of Golden Lion's mouth, and Mr. Kaido wanted to do it several times. If you can't beat him, you have to fight, he held back, he can't be hurt again if he is injured. All in all, for the past 2 months, he has endured inhuman torture. Still following lousy. Wait until you know it's miserable. Teacher Kaido entered the alley, and he wanted to crouch Chen Qingtian. Chen Qingtian saw through Teacher Kaido's thoughts, he jumped up. Stand on the roof and hide yourself. Looking down, Mr. Kaido is hiding in the corner, waiting for him to appear. 2 people, waiting for each other. Ms. Kaido is too cautious, and even wants to F**k me. Ordinary people would be overwhelmed by him. Chen Qingtian watched quietly, Teacher Kaido's movements were exaggerated, and he had already figured out how to kill him. After waiting for a long time, Teacher Kaido did not wait for anyone to come. No. Why didn't anyone come? Could it be that I was too nervous? Teacher Kaido waited for a while, he looked out, but no one came in. I must have been too cautious and had hallucinations. Kaido, you have become timid. In the past, he walked recklessly. Today, for some reason, I feel uneasy. It must be because of that old guy. Damn it, if Lousy finds him, Lousy will kill him. Thinking of Chen Qingtian, Teacher Kaido's face was grim. All the disasters and shame he suffered were given by him. The mace was ruined and he was knocked out. Linlin was also almost killed. 2 people fell in the hands of 1 person at the same time. This is their shame. Kaido can't help being angry thinking about it till now. Go. Meet Newgate first. It is not suitable to stay here for a long time. With or without anyone following him, Kaido won't be here for long. In danger, he trusted his instincts. Going around, he found Whitebeard. Newgate, be careful. Whitebeard was drinking, and his smile faltered upon hearing this. Putting down the bowl of wine in his hand, he stared around. There were people coming and going, and no suspicious persons were seen. What's wrong? Kaido. I suspected I was being followed, but I couldn't find who was following me, Kaido said. Kaido said his feelings again, not at ease. Whitebeard looked up and looked around. With a glance, he found where Chen Qingtian was. At this moment, the two seemed to be looking at each other. Whitebeard's pupils constricted as he picked up his broadsword and stood up. Humph. With a cold snort, the momentum spread out. Haki belonging to Whitebeard spread around. Seeing this, Kaido understood that he was being followed. Newgate, have you found that person? Whitebeard nodded darkly. Yes, a little mouse, a little guy who hides his head and shows his tail. Kaido breathed a sigh of relief. He didn't feel wrong. There, Lousy killed him. Whitebeard pointed forward, and Kaido looked in the direction. He also saw that Chen Qingtian on the roof was looking at them at this moment. To monitor them, the location was chosen to be very hidden. Under normal circumstances, it will not be found. Damn, it turned out to be hiding on top. No wonder Lousy couldn't see him. Thinking of some of his actions, Kaido blushed. That person must have seen it. He was watching Lousy joke. Walk. Lousy tore him. Kaido rushed over, looking for Chen Qingtian's figure. He wants to tear Chen Qingtian apart and save his image. Arriving at the position where Chen Qingtian was standing, the person had disappeared. He stared around, and there was no breath of Chen Qingtian. Whitebeard arrived late, taking sips of wine. Not in a hurry, he glanced at it. He's gone, Kaido. That person left early. It may be hiding in a corner of this place, so that they will not find it. Kaido was furious. Damn mouse, you just know how to hide. Don't let Lousy find out, otherwise, Lousy will tear you apart. Whitebeard didn't know why Kaido was so angry. He said, don't worry, that person may not be from Marine, maybe from other pirates. It's interesting, there are such characters here. He couldn't find it, not with the naked eye, and he didn't really believe that someone could hide it from him. Observation Haki glanced around, but couldn't find it. This person is good at hiding, let's go. It is not suitable to stay here for a long time. Kaido said unwillingly. Newgate, why don't you kill him first? Let's go back rashly. If we take him back, won't our position be exposed? If the captain knows, he won't let us off easily. Newgate ignored Kaido's words. He laughed loudly. Ha ha ha. What are you afraid of? Lousy is not afraid. What are you afraid of? Rocks won't be stingy, Kaido. With their lineup, what kind of pirates would not be crushed by them? Come one. Kill one. Don't be afraid. Even if Marine came, even if the three admirals came together, they would still be able to leave. The boss is powerful and not afraid of them at all. But Kaido hesitated to speak. Whitebeard interrupted him. Don't worry, don't make trouble, don't forget what happened last time. The current you are not enough to support you to cause trouble, even Lousy dare not cause trouble. The water in New World is very deep, and there are countless strong ones. There are countless strange abilities, and if you are tricked, you will be killed in minutes. Be careful, if you cannot cause trouble, try not to cause trouble. Whitebeard Newgate was about to leave when he saw Chen Qingtian again. Standing on a high place, Chen Qingtian waved to the two, as if to say, come here. Kaido also saw it, and at the moment, the furious Kaido didn't care so much. Ah, I'm so pissed off. Bastard, stop for me. Whitebeard looked at Kaido's disappearing figure, and frowned. Since he's gone, why did he come back to provoke Kaido? Did he have a grudge against Kaido, or did he deliberately trouble us? In an instant, Whitebeard considered many possibilities. Some people, it is impossible to appear for no reason, and it is impossible to provoke them for no reason. There must be something wrong. He followed Kaido's footsteps. He was afraid that Kaido would be beaten. The angry teacher Kaido kept chasing him, and he followed Chen Qingtian around. I don't know how long he walked. He came to the outside, an empty place. The familiar scene. Mr. Kaido felt familiar. He stopped and did not move forward. Outside, in a hidden place. If you fight, you won't be discovered in a short time. Whitebeard, lost. Left alone, teacher Kaido felt worried. Damn, it's this kind of place again. He looked at the man who suddenly appeared in front of him, Chen Qingtian in disguise. Teacher Kaido couldn't recognize him unless he raised his head. Look up and smile. Hi, Kaido boy, Long time no see, I don't think I did. Teacher Kaido. I want to leave, what should I do? Call for help, Whitebeard. What, are you unhappy to see me, Kaido boy? Chen Qingtian molested Teacher Kaido, it's not easy to meet you. The arrangement of fate, let us meet. You said, why are you in such a hurry to come to the town, wouldn't you come back after I leave? Is the injury healed? How is that woman? Isn't she dead? Don't look at me like that, Kaido boy, to be honest, I like you more and more, what should I do? The explicit words, in the ears of Teacher Kaido, are provocations and ridicule. At this moment, Teacher Kaido didn't dare to have other ideas. He wanted to delay the time until Whitebeard came and they could do it together. The strength of the man in front of him was beyond his expectation. With Whitebeard around, maybe he can be dealt with. On the Rocks Pirates, the strongest is the captain. The second is Whitebeard Newgate, his strength is enough to crush others. Convinced by the strength of the two, Kaido would not want to fight alone. You're not gone, old man. Chen Qingtian narrowed his eyes. Tisk tisk, you still haven't changed, Kid Kaido. Take a step forward. Kaido took a step back. Enemies are too strong and in trouble. With the mace gone, he feels insecure. Drink wine. Emboldened. Kaido boy, give this old man a bite. Teacher Kaido didn't want to give it to him. The wine he bought cost a lot of money. Teacher Kaido can't easily give it to others. Chen Qingtian raised his fist, and Teacher Kaido obediently threw it to him. Drink less alcohol. Hey, save some for Lousy. Lousy's wine is very expensive. Chen Qingtian gulped down, and finished the wine in the wine gourd. Good wine, our Kaido boy, you are filial and know how to respect the old man. Yes, yes, the old man has decided, today, the old man will not beat you unconscious. To save face, come on, you come and beat the old man, and the old man won't fight back. Kaido. Hey, don't look down on people. How can I say Kaido, you let me fight? Really? Really? Not fighting back? Don't fight back. You sure? I'm sure. Teacher Kaido felt unsafe. Could the person in front of him be playing tricks on him? Okay, you can't fight back, let me fight, it is good. Chen Qingtian settled into a pose, with his hands behind his back. Come on, I'm ready. Hit casually, I will not fight back. Teacher Kaido was delighted when he saw this. This person, Tuo Da. That being the case, don't blame Lousy for being rude. Okay, you absolutely must not make a move. Chen Qingtian held Kaido steady. No problem, don't you trust the old man. Kaido really didn't believe him in his heart, but he wanted to do it. Yesterday's shame, today, comes back with revenge. I, Kaido, are very stingy, and I won't let it go to the next day if I have a grudge. Go to hell, bastard. Charge, punch. People are about to come before Chen Qingtian. Chen Qingtian, with his hands behind his back, couldn't help punching when he saw this scene. Boom. With one punch, Kaido flies out. That appearance is very miserable. Kaido, who fell to the ground, spat out a mouthful of blood. He pointed at Chen Qingtian and said, you don't mean what you say. Chen Qingtian looked at his hands in surprise. He said embarrassedly, oh, I'm sorry, Kaido boy. The body reacts naturally, it responds naturally, you don't mind, right? Kaido. God damn natural reaction. Come again, this time I won't make a move. Then you swear. Kaido doesn't trust Chen Qingtian, he is playing a rogue. After deciding not to make a move, he arrived in front of him, ready to attack. He punches you for no reason. Chen Qingtian's fist, if you take a punch, it will kill you. Kaido's newly recovered body was injured again. There is a small degree of damage to the internal organs, which is harmless. I swear. Raising two fingers, Chen Qingtian swore. I swear, I will never make a move. If I do, my son will never be able to marry a wife in his life. Son. Thank you for your hard work. Whether you can marry a wife is up to you. You can't blame your father for swearing, it's your own incompetence. Kaido. I'm going, you're a werewolf, you're making fun of your own future, if you can't marry a wife, you're ruining the future of your old Chen family. If Teacher Kaido's father dared to make such an oath, he would beat his father to death with a mace. Why make fun of your son's future, is it okay? Kaido nodded. Okay, you must not make a move. Chen Qingtian nodded seriously. I won't make a move, you go ahead. I, Chen Qingtian, spit out my nails, said I would not make a move, and promised not to make a move. If anyone makes a move, whose son will not be able to marry a wife. I am coming. Taking a sip of wine, Kaido emboldened himself. He was afraid that he would not dare to go up. The other party had put his hands behind his back, smiling and looking at him. He won't make a move. Kaido, what are you afraid of? Posing, no mace, no fists. Kaido rolled up his sleeves, he put away the wine gourd. What? With a roar, he was full of alcohol. He shook his fists vigorously, and the air was shaken, as if stagnant. Go to hell, bastard. I, Kaido, have the best punch. Hit him with one punch. Anyone who dares to hurt him, Kaido will not let him go. Must kill him. Once again in front of Chen Qingtian, Kaido saw Chen Qingtian with his hands behind him, and didn't intend to do anything. Let go of his heart. That man, keeping his promise, will not make a move. Ha ha ha. Eat my death punch. The man, squatting on horseback, stood in front of Chen Qingtian. Kaido's movements stopped, all the strength was accumulated in his fists. At that moment, a blue dragon seemed to appear behind Kaido. Roars tore through the sky, and thunder filled the air. Go to hell. Fist, bombardment. Chen Qingtian's body brushed past his fist delicately. The moment they were about to meet, that man actually avoided it. Then, his head dropped. Boom. The hard head hit Kaido's stomach hard. That moment, Kaido feels that life has no meaning. Then, fall down. Boom. The ground sinks. There were two of them, one standing and the other lying down. Face down. Kaido took a mouthful of sand. He doesn't want to get up. Tired. A long time. He got up and pointed at Chen Qingtian angrily. Bastard, don't you say you can't do it. Chen Qingtian was wronged. He touched his head and said in embarrassment, sorry, I didn't intend to make a move. Look, my hands are still behind my back. Kaido. The man in front of me looks like I don't know anything. I didn't do it when you fell down. It's your own inadequacy, so you can't blame him. Why blame him for your own fault? At this moment, Kaido has nothing to say. My mother. Wanting to curse, he greeted Chen Qingtian's family thousands of times in his heart. There are a lot of national essence. Kaido distances himself. He can't get too close to this old guy. Poisonous bastard. Are you okay? Kid Kaido, this time you trust me, I won't make a move. Chen Qingtian assured again that he would not make a move. Last time, he held back his hand. He didn't lie, and he didn't cheat. His hand didn't move. It's the head that moves, so the oath breaks itself. Teacher Kaido. Do you think I'll still trust you? Kaido sneered, cheated on me twice in a row, and you want to go on for the third time. Brother, do you take me for a fool? I, Kaido, will not fall 3 times in one place. Your sister, lousy quit. Chen Qingtian touched his head, he explained to Kaido. It was all an accident, really an accident. My body moves by itself and is not under my control, you have to trust me. This time, my back is facing you, yes, if I don't look at you, my body won't react. Chen Qingtian turned his back to Kaido and put his hands in front. If you don't look at him, naturally you won't do anything. As the saying goes, seeing is not seeing. Kaido hesitated, he really wanted to do it, his own strength was not as good as him, and if he wanted to beat him violently, it would take 10 years at the earliest, maybe even longer. Now the opportunity is in front of you, and the opportunity will never come again. What should I do? Do you want to go up? Will he deceive me as he did the previous 2 times? But he turned his back to me and couldn't see me. If I attacked from behind, would he not be able to react? Kaido, people put down their weapons, are you afraid? Inwardly, keep questioning yourself. The hesitant teacher Kaido regained his self-confidence in the constant self-analysis. I, teacher Kaido, will not be afraid. He restrains himself like this. If he is cowardly, how can he hang around in New World in the future? Okay, I'll trust you again, you can't make a move. You can't even move your head. One sentence is not conservative, and one more sentence is added. Cut off the possibility of Chen Qingtian's success. I can't even move my feet. To be on the safe side, teacher Kaido cut off the possibility of Chen Qingtian getting out. The ghost knows how good this person's legs are, and he won't let him use any attacking means. Okay, no problem, if you have any other requirements, just ask, I can satisfy you. Chen Qingtian thinks for teacher Kaido, you can ask whatever you want, and I can satisfy you. We are all for our customers. You are the guest and you have the final say. Kaido is satisfied with Chen Qingtian's attitude, which is the attitude of seeking for help. Okay, you wait, I will attack soon. This time, teacher Kaido is careful and careful. The attack did not come immediately. He is testing, first testing, to ensure that this person will not make a move. In case I was tricked again, who would I talk to for reasoning? Go halfway through and stop. Check Chen Qingtian's movements, whether he moves, whether he will make a move. Does he lie? There was no movement, nothing moved. Teacher Kaido muttered in his heart. Is he really not going to make a move? No, I will try again. This person cannot be trusted. Not 100% sure, Kaido will not make a move. 10 steps forward, fist, to attack. Chen Qingtian, there was still no movement. The distance between the two is very close. Only 2 meters away, Teacher Kaido, in front of Chen Qingtian, he pretended to do it. Test, test, test again. 3 times in a row, he was trying. As the saying goes, there are only 3 things. After 3 times, Teacher Kaido concluded that Chen Qingtian would not make a move, and he fulfilled his promise. Very well, this man finally kept his word. Old guy, after hitting me so many times, I'm going to hit you once. Once, kill you. HMPH, old guy, let me help you. Lousy will let you know what despair is. I, Teacher Kaido, must be ruthless. If you don't make a move, it's fine. If you make a move, you will fall down. After testing, it's time to start. Chen Qingtian turned his back to Teacher Kaido, and his every move fell into his eyes. You can't see it, but you can catch it in Chen Qingtian's observation haki. I don't want to watch it, but I am helpless, observation haki is too strong. Drink. Before attacking, Teacher Kaido let out angrily. It seems that shouting out will strengthen oneself. With a cry, his attack came. The familiar scene, Kaido, is getting closer and closer to Chen Qingtian. His heart became more and more excited. Almost there. The attack has arrived. Almost, I can take revenge. Lin, I, Kaido, have avenged you. The man with his back turned, body, twisted. Twisting in a very weird posture, just right, avoiding his fist. Attack, miss. Kaido was stuck in midair in the impact posture, looking down. What is it? A group of black shadows came head on, and the next moment, he flew up. He lifted off in place, his head was blank, he was attacked. Quilt, boom. Fly up, fall down. It fell to Chen Qingtian's feet. Chen Qingtian looked down and blinked. The two looked at each other without speaking. There was silence. Teacher Kaido closed his eyes, not wanting to recall the scene just now. The man actually attacked himself with his ass. Humiliate himself. Scholars can be killed, but not humiliated. It's unreasonable, his wife is bullying others. I said I didn't do it on purpose, do you believe me? Chen Qingtian tried to explain, but Teacher Kaido didn't believe him. No, he doesn't want to listen. Don't want to talk to Chen Qingtian. The current Teacher Kaido is broken and desperate. Thinking of that scene, he couldn't keep calm. Why did that place, that person, humiliate himself in this way? Too inhuman. Woo woo woo. The fame of my Teacher Kaido will be destroyed. How can he? I think. I couldn't say the 3 words to kill you. Teacher Kaido closed his eyes and stopped talking. You are so inhuman that you humiliate me once, twice, 3 times. Could it be that I, Teacher Kaido, was born to humiliate you? If you know it's the current solution, he might as well be beaten violently. At least say it out, because I can't beat others. Chen Qingtian explained again. I don't know how the ass attack by itself, they are out of my control, I swear, what I said is true. You have to trust me, Kaido boy. Kaido boy. Let's do this time, I promise, absolutely will not do anything. I don't move anywhere, okay. Gritting his teeth and suppressing his smile, Chen Qingtian gave Teacher Kaido hope. You cannot despair, you cannot fall down. You are the future 4 emperors Kaido of the beasts, how can your heart be so fragile? Worse than Garp, how can it work? You have to practice more and experience more. Teacher Kaido got up, and he walked away. I don't want to have any contact with Chen Qingtian. All, in a word, I don't believe your words. Go to hell. 3 times, exactly 3 times, bullying him in a different way. Isn't this bullying? So King bullying. Don't look at me like that, what I say is true. If I say no to do it, I will never do it. As for the butt and the head, it was an accident. The body moves by itself, it has nothing to do with me. If you want to blame it, blame my body for being too sensitive. They move by themselves, and I can't control them. Explanation is powerless. Teacher Kaido shook his head and said, I think you're fooling me. You are playing me. Chen Qingtian denied. No. How is it possible, Kid Kaido? If this old man really wants to play with you, I'll beat you up, aren't you obedient? I believe that there is nothing that can't be solved with one beating. If there is, then 2 beatings. Not 1 meal, 2 meals. If 2 beatings are not enough, then 10 beatings. If you were beaten until you doubt your life, you will naturally be obedient. If you don't give face, it will hurt Teacher Kaido's heart. You underestimate Laozi. Chen Qingtian quickly explained. No, how dare you? You Kaido boy is very courageous, and he is the bravest man I know so far, bar none. A reckless man will only be tough. Never thought about it. He will never use his brain to solve problems that he can use force to solve. Come on. This time, I won't do anything. Kaido frowned. Hee. I believe you because you tied your hands and feet. Okay. Do as you say. Chen Qingtian took the rope that Teacher Kaido handed over, and tied himself up. Hands and feet tied up, Teacher Kaido came to help himself. Okay. Teacher Kaido clapped his hands, satisfied with his masterpiece. You can't break free, and you can't move your head. Teacher Kaido felt unsafe and repeatedly asked Chen Qingtian to assure him. Chen Qingtian said, no problem. The boulder that weighed on Mr. Kaido's heart was gone, and he felt relieved. He can do it now. He doesn't believe that Chen Qingtian can hit him even though he is restrained. If so, Mr. Kaido recognized it. Are you ready? You do it. You can't move, and you can't break free. Row. I am coming. Test. Still trying. Once, twice, 3 or 4 times. After 5 and 6 attempts, Chen Qingtian remained silent. Teacher Kaido still dare not be careless, he will continue to test. A certain person's credit has been reduced to the lowest point in Teacher Kaido's heart. Can't believe it, can't believe it. The injuries on his body are the best proof that this person will use different methods to torture himself. This time, the only place he can use is the head, and there is no other place. His hands and feet were bound, and his buttocks were also tied, making it impossible to move. Even though he tied it himself, he was still worried. This time, he won't fight back, will he? It's the 4th time. In the first 3 times, he suffered a loss. This time, Teacher Kaido will not be fooled. Try again. 7th time. No problem. Chen Qingtian didn't fight back. Well, Kaido opened up to attack. All the anger, unwillingness, and humiliation were released at this moment. The strongest punch of Kaido of the beasts, the punch that destroys the world. This punch contained all his emotions, and all his anger. Go to hell. With a punch, the air vibrates. The sea is tumbling. All around, the sand is flying. The huge force distorted the surrounding ground. No one can bear this punch. Boom. Bingo. Teacher Kaido was overjoyed. He hit the attack, and that person did not fight back. He didn't play tricks, and he didn't play himself. Accurate hit. Facing Chen Qingtian's back. Gathering all the strength in this punch, Teacher Kaido clearly felt a firm touch, a collision of flesh and flesh. He's dying. I succeeded in revenge. Excited, happy, all aggrieved, at this moment, released. He is no longer the one to be beaten, he can also beat Chen Qingtian violently. One punch is not enough, Teacher Kaido has to punch continuously. Since he hit, how could he not punch a few more times, wouldn't he be sorry for himself? This punch was for me. The first punch is to vent your anger on yourself. This punch is the first time I was punched by you. For the first time, someone was dishonest and deserved to be beaten. This punch is playing with me for the 2nd time. He punched him again, for the grievance he had suffered. He wants to fight back, all the past grievances, at this moment, fight back. You punched me in the face with your butt. That was the disgrace of Teacher Kaido. He was beaten in the face, and no one believed him when he told it. He didn't want to recall that scene. Thinking about it, he felt like throwing up. This punch was done by you bastard. The moment his face touched Chen Qingtian's butt, the man couldn't help it and farted. A mouthful of rich fragrance entered his mouth and nose, and Teacher Kaido collapsed at that moment. He felt hopeless in life. In this world, there is nothing to miss. This punch is for Linlin. Linlin, I avenged you. This bastard also has today. Don't worry, I will help you get revenge. Every punch Teacher Kaido makes has a reason. The sufferings that I and Linlin have suffered, at this moment, all, give back to Chen Qingtian. I will pay back all the shame you have brought us. The last punch, it's your appearance that makes me feel sick. There is no reason for this punch, and it is also the most invincible reason. As the final punch fell, Chen Qingtian stared at Kaido with a smile. The two looked at each other. At this moment, speechless. You look at me, I look at you. Chen Qingtian smiled and asked, is your fist okay? Kaido looked down at the fists, both fists, the skin was ripped apart, and blood flowed horizontally. The blood-white bones were exposed, above which were connected tiny pieces of meat. His arm was stained red with blood. There was a sound of breaking his bones. Crack. Sound as continuous and contagious. One bone shattered, followed by a second. The bones of the two arms shattered and spread. All the way to the arm, the huge force twisted Teacher Kaido's arm. At the junction of the arms, the strength suddenly stopped. What? With a cry, Teacher Kaido stepped back. Hands down. Unable to lift up. With shattered bones, he can no longer attack. His eyes, blood red, stared at Chen Qingtian. How are you okay? What happened? Kaido couldn't figure out why he was the one who was injured when he beat Chen Qingtian himself. His arm was shattered and it hurt. The pain hit his heart instantly, making him unable to breathe. Enduring the pain, he asked coldly, what did you do? Why is his arm like this? Shouldn't the injured person be Chen Qingtian? You shouldn't get hurt. Chen Qingtian patted his chest and back with a smile, and said, I don't know, maybe you are too weak, Kid Kaido. You are too weak, even if I hit you, you won't be able to hit me. The defense can't be broken, how can you take revenge? I bind myself, but your arms are shattered. Tisk tisk, what a miserable look, boy Kaido, you are too fragile. Shaking his head, mocking. What a weak body, what a fragile body. With such a small body, don't talk about fighting me, you can't even catch my back injury, how can you fight me? Hitting me is like hitting yourself. Chen Qingtian's defense is extremely high, his blood is thick, and his anti-injury is also super high. Chen Qingtian has not tested the current level of anti-injury ability, but it is very high anyway. No matter how many punches you punch, how much power you use, you can return all of your wounds back. You hit me, you got hurt, nothing happened to me. Nothing is more insulting than this. At this moment, Teacher Kaido is like this. It's like eating a mouthful of shit, which cannot be refuted or explained. I feel bad and want to cry. Are you still coming? I won't move, you can hit whatever you want. My body should be able to withstand your beatings for a year. Standing and fighting for you for a year, you may not be able to break through my defense. The premise is to use fists instead of guns, those hot weapons are still very troublesome. Chen Qingtian wasn't afraid, he just found it troublesome. You, was ridiculed by Kai Guoguo. The strength is weak, the body is weak, and is ridiculed infinitely. Teacher Kaido blushed, it was the first time he was ridiculed like this. His strength is not weak, and his body is not weak. It is because someone is too perverted, okay? Monster. What a monster. There are a bunch of monsters on the rocks pirates, and he thinks that there is nothing more weird than those monsters in the outside world. Unexpectedly, the person in front of him was disgusting. Thick blood, thick armor, and anti-injury, how to fight? Who can tell him how to fight? When encountering this kind of monster, the weak ones, how to deal with it? Let me see, oops, it's so miserable. Looking at Teacher Kaido's arm, he couldn't resist. When I squeezed it, it hurt so much that Teacher Kaido opened his mouth to curse. Being choked back by him, at this moment, he dare not be presumptuous. For fear of being beaten up by Chen Qingtian, it would be bad to go back to the old way. What on earth do you want? Chen Qingtian said with a smile. I wanted to see if you were really immune to death, but I didn't expect you to be picky. You have to pick your feet. One sentence hurt Teacher Kaido's heart, and he widened his eyes. Scarlet eyes stared at Chen Qingtian, he was so insulting. In the future, Teacher Kaido must eat a zone's devil fruit to enhance his defense and recovery. He can't let this bastard mock him. Kaido, must shock him in the future. Laozi doesn't believe it. Laozi's defense is not as good as yours. Boom. Get down, by the way, you are not qualified to stand and talk to the old man. One punch and Kaido falls to the ground. Almost kneeling, Teacher Kaido would rather get down than kneel. He is dignified. A man can only lie down, not kneel. A man has gold in his knees, so how can he easily bow down to others? Kneel down and kneel down to parents, never kneel down to others. Hey, I still have the strength to resist, not bad, not bad. It's good to say, but the feet don't stop. 1 foot, 2 feet. Kaido was mercilessly tortured and humiliated by Chen Qingtian. Kaido swears in his heart that he will take revenge in the future. Hey, Kaido boy, face up. Teacher Kaido's eyes were spitting fire. You damn bastard, you have a limit to humiliating people. If you step on me, you still have to step on my face. You are not human. Very annoying and helpless. He has never been so angry. Teacher Kaido can't beat him, he can only be beaten passively. Curling up, letting Chen Qingtian step on him, he couldn't even put his head in his hands. He didn't want to hurt his arm again, and Teacher Kaido shouted in his heart, Newgate, you should hurry up. He's dying, and Whitebeard isn't here yet. Slower than Linlin. What the hell is that bastard doing? They came together and disappeared by themselves, didn't Whitebeard feel it? Perhaps hearing his inner cries, Whitebeard Edward Newgate was long overdue. He came. It's very cool to see an old man trampling a young man, trampling hard. It may be that the father educates the son, but the son is not sensible. It must be so. Whitebeard stood watching from a distance for a moment. I found it very interesting that my father was a bit ruthless. Jade can't be crafted without cutting it. As the saying goes, the son does not teach the father's fault. It is okay for the father to be cruel, as long as he is not too cruel. One muttered, Whitebeard wants to get to know this great father. Walking past, Whitebeard thought. Where did Kid Kaido go? That bastard, running around all day, must be fooling around somewhere. With that said, he came to a place 10 meters away from Chen Qingtian. Teacher Kaido heard the movement and looked back. This glance, 10,000 years. Kaido and Whitebeard stared at each other for what seemed like an eternity. Two people stare at each other. One's eyes were begging, but at the same time, there was anger, mixed with the resentment of a resentful woman who had been in the boudoir for a long time. One eye is shocked, unbelievable. Whitebeard, with a big mouth, looked down stupidly. Wipe your eyes and double-check. He asked weakly, Are you Kaido kid? Teacher Kaido's backer arrived, and he finally shouted, Newgate, come and save me. No. What's the situation? It is not the father who educates the son, why the son is Kaido. With doubts, Whitebeard asked again, Is this your father? Kaido. Goddamn brain circuit. Where the hell is my father? Are you blind? I was beaten. You said this man is my father? Pissed him off. Chen Qingtian. No, is there something wrong with your eyes? Didn't see me. When you think about it, there's nothing wrong with Whitebeard's words. Isn't Kaido his godson? You see how you educate him, how much like a father educates his son. Hello, I'm his father, may I ask who you are? Substituting the identity is successful, please call me Chen, the father of Kaido of the Beasts, Qingtian. From today, Kaido is my son. Whitebeard's face was full of joy, he smiled and said, Ha ha ha, it's Kaido's father, hello, my name is Newgate. Reaching out, Chen Qingtian shook hands with him. Released quickly, the two looked at each other. Chen Qingtian recognized him, Whitebeard Newgate, the strongest man in the world, the owner of Shock Fruit. Beat Shock Fruit into the strongest Paramecia Devil Fruit in one fell swoop. On the first side, it's a bit silly. I don't know if it's Chen Qingtian's illusion. Newgate, right, what's your relationship with my son Kaido? Whitebeard replied. Hello, uncle, I am Kaido's partner, and we are doing a great thing now. The great thing is to become a pirate. No, it is to pursue dreams, and it is also to liberate more suffering people. Those who are oppressed by Marine, they must stand up and fight against this terrible world. Oh, the great thing, I may ask, what is the great thing? Hello, my name is Chen Dangdang, Whitebeard. Teacher Kaido. The two were exchanging pleasantries, they ignored the injured Kaido teacher. It's like two old friends who haven't seen each other for a long time, meeting and asking about various situations. Are you married and have a son? How much is your salary now? Teacher Kaido was speechless, and he reminded Whitebeard weakly, Newgate, save me. Can you pull me up so you can chat again? Whitebeard didn't seem to hear this sentence, he continued to laugh. It's a cause for the liberation of all mankind, uncle, do you want to participate? Chen Qingtian is speechless, when pirates are called a great cause by you, there is no one. Also ask Laozi to participate or not, Laozi does not want to be wanted. Haha, the old man is old and can't do those things. Opportunities are left to young people to do. For example, Kid Kaido, he is full of passion and drive for the future, I think he will definitely have a bright future. Whitebeard then said, yes, he's with us, and he's definitely going to be promising. Reaching out, he wants to pull Kaido up. Kaido was so excited that someone finally remembered him. Chen Qingtian shook those hands, and said, Newgate, how about you also be my son, Kaido is too jumpy. I need to find him a big brother to discipline him. Hand, freeze there. Whitebeard was dumbfounded. Kaido was also dumbfounded. The two were completely deceived by Chen Qingtian's words. For a moment, the air fell into an awkward atmosphere. The three of them looked at each other. You look at me, I look at you. Kaido. What the hell, you recognized me as your son for no reason, and now you find me a brother, are you trying to kill me? Whitebeard. What did you say, uncle? Ah, you agreed, very good, Newgate, my son, because my father knows that there is a nice girl nearby, you can contact her, and if you succeed, won't you start a family? Men. If you start a family and start a business, if you don't have a family, how will you start a career, right? In an instant, it was related to major events in life. No one can keep up with Chen Qingtian's brain circuit. Before Whitebeard and Kaido could react to the above question, a new question came up. At this moment, there is nothing left in the hearts of the two of them. Whitebeard Newgate raised his hand and asked, Uncle, I am not your son, and I have no intention of being someone else's son. Also, I have no idea of starting a family for the time being, so don't introduce me. I think Kaido is good, he is suitable. Kaido is not young, it's time to start a family. A dead fellow Taoist will never die a poor Taoist. My brother Kaido, take it for Big Brother. Big Brother will thank you. You see how kind the Big Brother is to you. He finds you a wife all of a sudden and completes a major event in life. Kaido. Wait a minute, who allowed it? Whitebeard added. As the so-called elder brother is like father, we are Kaido's elders and make decisions for him. Chen Qingtian said frankly, okay, it's such a happy decision. The two looked at each other and smiled, our hearts are connected. And Kaido, in addition to lying, is still lying. Why is it always me who gets hurt? Teacher Kaido has an extra blind date for no reason. At the same time, he also has an extra brother and father. Wait. Who said yes? He raised his hand and asked weakly. I want to ask, who agreed? Whitebeard Newgate turned around. You don't agree? The broadsword shook vigorously, approaching Kaido fiercely. Chen Qingtian smiled and waved his fists vigorously up and down, making a frightening whirring sound. Do you have the right to refuse? Or do you think the two of us cannot represent you? Smile and ask questions, we are very kind and democratic. You can make comments, whether we accept it or not is our business. But if you question us, it is your fault. Kaido boy, did the old man humiliate you as your father? Teacher Kaido lowered his head, no one wants to have an extra father for no reason. Damn, I just came out to build weapons, why did I have an extra oops dad, I can't accept it. Even if his arms are broken, he still has to fight. I Kaido don't want to lose face. No, no, how is it possible, it is Lousy's honor that you can be Lousy's father. I am not coerced. I sincerely recognize my father and brother. I swear. Teacher Kaido didn't dare to look at the fists and weapons of the two, they were only 1 centimeter away from him. If he didn't agree, the consequences would be disastrous. He could think that those two people would not be lenient when they killed him. Gulu. Two terrible people, they are not human. Chen Qingtian put away his fists calmly, he lifted Kaido, patted the dust on his body and said, that's right, we won't lie to you. For a second, substitute the identity of Kaido's father. Chen Qingtian started his speech. My son Kaido, you have to remember that I am your father, now, what do you want to call me? Kaido has a question mark on his head, isn't it? You don't want Lousy to shout out those 2 words, do you? No, absolutely not. He will never yell. Don't even think about it in this life. This is the bottom line, dignity, and his principles of life. Kaido, hurry up and shout. Whitebeard added fuel to the side. He wants to see the scene where Kaido calls someone else's father, but he refuses to be his own son. Then be someone else's son, all the same. 2-1. By myself, alone. Kaido regrets that he shouldn't have gone out with Whitebeard. If the person around her was Bigo, she would never let herself suffer alone. Kaido hesitated. Chen Qingtian narrowed his eyes and said, hey, Kaido boy, since you think this old man is not qualified to be your father, then this old man will prove it to you. Fist. That force made Kaido turn pale with fright. The arm covered by armament hockey, Chen Qingtian, is going to hit hard. Kaido's face was unable to withstand this punch, he hesitated. The old man doesn't want to do anything, just in case, in case you die, don't blame me for being serious. The more you say it, the more outrageous it is. Teacher Kaido became more and more frightened, and he asked Whitebeard for help. Newgate, can you help me? Whitebeard Newgate stared at Chen Qingtian's fist, armament hockey entangled and flowed. Chen Qingtian, who has changed his momentum, has the capital of a strong man. He is very strong. From the moment Chen Qingtian exuded momentum, he could feel that Chen Qingtian was very strong. It is the strong man he longs for. Fist, drop. Whitebeard Newgate's knife extended, in front of Kaido. Armament hockey's fist touched the broadsword, and it stopped firmly in midair. A confrontation of power, Whitebeard was not left behind. The strength of Whitebeard Newgate in his youth is really strong. Just punch each other. The two couldn't help but look at each other more, and with one look, they recognized each other's strength. With a simple probe, Whitebeard Newgate picked up Kaido with the other hand and threw it behind him. Kaido landed, away from the battlefield, but Chen Qingtian did not stop his actions. Seriously, Chen Qingtian also wants to fight Whitebeard to see how strong this man is. You're very nice, Newgate. When the two parted, Chen Qingtian was not stingy with words of praise. Compared to Kid Kaido and that beauty named Linlin, you are stronger. Maybe it's interesting in this way. If you are too good, I will find it boring. Come on. Let me see your strength. Whitebeard glanced back at Kaido and moved away. If it hurts you, don't blame me. If there is a fight, Whitebeard can't care about Kaido. Kaido, go far away. Haha. This is the first time Lousy has seen a guy with good physical skills. You can beat disabled Kaido and Linlin, you are very strong. The man in front of him knew his identity without even thinking about it. The man who can make Kaido miserable and let Linlin lie down is not a simple person. After meeting, I was very wary, but I didn't expect him to be so easy to talk to. Whitebeard is also worried that he will use Kaido to threaten himself, so stabilize him first, and then try to save Kaido. Everything went a little too smoothly. Lousy is about to attack, you have to be careful, don't die. Whitebeard, activate his Devil Fruit ability. Paramecia Devil Fruit Shock Fruit, the strongest devil fruit in Paramecia according to legend. At this moment, release its charm in front of Chen Qingtian. Whitebeard held the knife in one hand, and turned into a claw with the other, pawing at the void. The invisible space shattered like glass. It was divided into several pieces, and there was a fault around Chen Qingtian. The turbulence of space blows his body, and the world around him seems to be turned upside down. Ha ha ha. Seawater, turbulent. Knife, sweep. That man's toughness, just 2 moves, gave people tremendous pressure. Chen Qingtian stepped back, clenched his fist with his right hand, and punched the void. Suppression. The chaotic space, at this moment, quiets down. Chen Qingtian smiled and stepped forward, clenched his left hand into a fist. Punch. One knife. The two collide. Armament hockey collided with Chen Qingtian's fist, filled with black. The sharp blade cannot cut Chen Qingtian's fist. The hard armament hockey blocked Whitebeard's blade, and the two looked at each other. Haha, you are very strong, very suitable for Lousy. You too, Newgate, you are strong. One punch won't do. The two punched each other. The fist of the shock fruit ability, one punch, Chen Qingtian felt as if the fist would be torn apart at any time. The huge shock, the next moment, would shatter his bones. Iron body. Body, tense. Every piece is as hard as iron body. Chen Qingtian seldom actively uses iron body. The iron body skill has been integrated into his body and can be cast automatically. Iron body basalt body. Iron body's evolutionary trick, Chen Qingtian's body, is countless times harder. Shock fruit's ability, instantly, stops spreading. Chen Qingtian looked at his chest again, he didn't know when Whitebeard's knife came over. With hard steel in front, Chen Qingtian didn't try to hide. He wants to see how powerful Whitebeard's knife is and whether he can break through his defense. Punch. Boom. The two fought for an hour, regardless of the outcome. Newgate's fist, with shock fruit's ability attached to every attack. The white sphere was attached to the fist, and when Chen Qingtian touched a punch, he could bear a little more force. Whitebeard, pissed off, couldn't believe his attack didn't hurt him. Chen Qingtian acted like nothing happened, he fought for an hour, he was the same as at the beginning. Punch. Simple Hong fist, no extra movements. Body art, in his case, has the meaning of simplifying the complicated. He's unafraid of his speed, strength, defense, and shock fruit's moves. Face to face, Whitebeard couldn't do him any harm. What kind of monster are you? Whitebeard couldn't help being shocked, no wonder Kaido and Linlin couldn't beat him. When encountering this kind of person who is as hard as a tortoise, he can't be moved. the more he attacks, the more seriously he is injured. If you keep fighting, it will only be bad for yourself. Hitting him is tantamount to beating yourself. He hit you, one punch, enough for you to suffer. Such a terrifying man, where did he come from? I don't believe Laozi can't hit you. Except for the attack that started Chen Qingtian eating him, the rest of the attacks were all avoided. And myself, eating too many fists, gradually couldn't bear it. Physical skills, Chen Qingtian is above himself. What a scary man. Haha, I found your flaw, give me a punch from Laozi. Whitebeard thought he had his chance, and punched him from behind. His expression soon became the same as Kaido's. Attacked, evaded. The punch that I thought was bound to hit, at the critical moment, was empty. And Chen Qingtian's fist suddenly appeared above his head. It's too late to stop. Watching the fist drop. Boom. If you fail to attack, you will be attacked instead. A punch fell, and Whitebeard Newgate lay back. The 10-meter deep pit is enough to prove the weight of Chen Qingtian's fist. It was still Chen Qingtian who restrained his strength, and at the last moment, slightly weakened his strength by half. Too much power can easily cause restlessness. Kid Kaido was shocked when he witnessed this scene. My god, the old guy is so powerful. Even Newgate is no match, that old guy has obviously restrained his strength. Defense. Chen Qingtian's defense is the most heaven-defying. Whitebeard behind, can't touch him. Terrible observation Haki. Fortunately, Laozi didn't go to the battle, otherwise, Laozi would be instantly killed. Laozi will take revenge for at least 10 years. For 10 years, I have been exercising without eating or drinking. Without being able to rest, it is possible for him to surpass him. At that time, he will be at the peak strength, and that old guy will be weakened step by step. 10 years is not enough insurance, 30 years, yes, 30 years. Kaido has decided, 30 years later, to trouble Chen Qingtian again. He didn't believe that when the time came, he wouldn't be able to beat a real old guy. What's the situation? Whitebeard, Newgate stood up, shaking his head to shake the sand off his body. He was beaten. Inexplicably beaten, as Kaido and Linlin said. Strange, very strange, it's a weird feeling. In such a fierce fighting situation, he was able to remain calm. You are strong. With a crucial punch, the man kept his hand. Whitebeard felt goodwill, the man, and didn't want to kill them. From the time he let Kaido and Linlin go, he knew that he was here for fun. Newgate, you are also very strong. Give you another 10 years, and you may be the strongest person in this sea area. This is not flattery, it is praise and recognition. In 10 years, Whitebeard's strength will reach its peak. The ability of shock fruit will be developed to ultimate by him. The current him is not as good as the later one. They are still growing and need time to settle. Give Laozi another 10 years, you will not be my opponent. Whitebeard is full of confidence, he is extremely confident in himself. In 10 years, even his boss rocks, he has the confidence to fight him. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, you are very confident. Chen Qingtian looked up to the sky and laughed loudly. Confidence is a good thing. After 10 years, whether you can live or not is the same thing. 10 years later, your opponent is not me. Probably some jerk kid. The current sea is unpredictable. Anyone has the potential to become a strong player, and everyone is vying for those positions. In these turbulent years, the sea is in chaos, and the new world has no rules. Not even Marine can manage crazy pirates. In this chaotic situation, it is most suitable to produce a hero. Each of them has the potential to become the king of the sea. Ha ha ha, don't worry, after 10 years, Laozi will be alive and well, but you don't know if you can live. Two people, teasing each other. Their battle became more and more intense. It was very rare for the two of them to find a suitable opponent. How can we let him go? The fight continues. An hour passed. They are tireless and get carried away fighting. Fist collision, physical collision. Chen Qingtian gave up dodging and took his attack head-on. His defense is strong, and Whitebeard's attack cannot be lethal. At most, it would only hurt him a little, and it was not worth mentioning. His physical recovery is faster than the injury, and Whitebeard, by contrast, is bruised. He is also tired. The fierce battle made him unable to maintain his state. Boom. Another punch. Chen Qingtian's punch was extremely powerful. It fell, and Whitebeard's body fell. He supported the blade, not letting himself fall. From the corner of the mouth, blood overflowed. Holding the blade, he let out a breath. You are really strong. I sincerely sigh that this person's strength is really strong. The more he played, the stronger Whitebeard felt he was. Pervert's defense power cannot be broken by one's own attack. What a concept. But the defense, the man, was able to contend for that position at sea. The power of shock fruit can't break through the defense. If you continue to fight, Whitebeard will be autistic. Autistic like Kaido and Big Mom, mentally broken. Being ruthlessly abused, who can bear it? Damn anti-injury ability, how annoying. The most annoying thing is Chen Qingtian's disgusting ability. Beating him is equivalent to beating yourself. He was not injured, himself, and the injury gradually worsened. With the same power of a punch, I have to bear the power of this punch. It is conceivable how many times Whitebeard's body has withstood his own attacks. One punch, one wound yourself. It made him not want to fight. Torture monster. How to spell? Forget it, don't fight, it's boring. Chen Qingtian waved his hand and said, "This old man is old and can't move anymore. Today's young people don't know how to respect the old and love the young. One or two want to kill the old man. You guys, can you be gentle? My small body can't bear it." As soon as the words came out, Kaido was silent. He really wanted to point Chen Qingtian's nose and scold his mother. Damn you. What kind of body do you have? Don't you have a pen in mind? Whitebeard Newgate. He seemed to understand why Linlin and Kaido had that expression after they woke up. Whoever it is, can't bear it. Inside the tavern. 3 people sit together, 2 people drink, 1 person watches them drink. Teacher Kaido was reluctant to drink. He wanted to go back to rest quickly. His arm was shattered and needed treatment. In case of any illness, it would be bad. Let you drink with an enemy, can you drink it? I said, can you take me to the treatment first? My hands are disabled, you still have the mind to drink. My good brother Whitebeard, can you drink it? Whitebeard turned back and said, it's just a small problem. I know about your physique. It won't take a few days. Don't worry about it. Now our main task is to drink, not to go back for treatment, understand? Kaido didn't understand. He wanted to continue talking. Whitebeard gave him someone to stop talking. Kaido, stop talking nonsense and drink. Newgate. Do you expect me to die soon? Kaido. What are you talking about? Why do you think that way? If I want you to die early, can't I just do it? Then why are you drinking on your mind? Is drinking more important than me? Kaido didn't understand why he was so happy to drink. They were all injured, so instead of going back for treatment, they drank with that man. Their relationship is not deep enough to drink together. Whitebeard whispered, Kaido, do you think he'll let us go if we don't drink with him? Kaido was silent. His expression changed. If it was that person, maybe he would really kill him. Whitebeard, he is a mouse thrower, and for their safety, he would not hesitate to drink with him. Everything is for survival. To be alive is everything. Understood? Kaido, you don't drink. I won't urge you to drink, but you can't talk nonsense. In case you make that person unhappy, you know what will happen? Whitebeard can run, Kaido cannot. If Chen Qingtian wants to touch Kaido, Whitebeard can't protect him. The words of the two were very low. Chen Qingtian was not interested in eavesdropping. He didn't have to think about it. He knew what they were talking about. Drinking alone is drinking, and drinking by 2 is drinking. It doesn't matter how many people buy a drink. Chen Qingtian didn't care. He also wanted to have a drink with Whitebeard, a rare opportunity. Not everyone can drink with Whitebeard. Hey, you two hurry up, drink. What are you talking about privately? Come, drink. I respect you. Grandpa, drink. Kaido can't lift his hands, and he can speak. He lowered his head and drank from the cup between his teeth. He didn't want to watch others drink. Since they drank, everyone drank together. The atmosphere instantly rises. Come again. After drinking this cup, there are 3 more. Continue. The 3 of them almost didn't sing. Drinking a glass of wine, the 3 of them drank happily. Whitebeard asked Chen Qingtian, Old man, what's your name? They began to inquire about the name. After all, Chen Qingtian's strength deserved their respect. When we meet in the future, maybe we can exchange pleasantries. Chen Qingtian said, I forgot, it's been too long. The last time someone asked my name, I still remember it was more than 10 years ago. Time flies so fast, in the blink of an eye, more than 10 years have passed. Drinking while talking. Sip after sip of wine, Chen Qingtian put his arms around Whitebeard and said, Hey, Newgate, are you really not the old man's son? This old man can teach you unique skills, the kind of skills that no one outside knows. Whitebeard was stunned. He smiled and shook his head. No, I, Newgate, have no intention of being a son to others. He can only let others be his own son. I will not be someone else's son. The family-minded Whitebeard longs for family. But he will not be Chen Qingtian's son. Kaido is fine, he is alone, he is just right to be your son. Kaido, who was drinking, was so angry at Whitebeard's words that he stared back at Whitebeard in surprise. Come again, you still come. Which pot is not opened and which pot is lifted? Knowing that it is impossible, why do you keep digging holes to bury me? Can you be an individual? You can't evade it yourself, so let Laozi go to the top. Kaido, can you? Chen Qingtian invited. You will be my son, and I will promise to teach you everything I have learned, without reservation. Kaido shook his head. I don't agree even if I am killed. Kaido can imagine what kind of life he will lead as someone's son. He agrees, and within a few days, he'll be ked to death by rocks. Betrayed the rocks pirates, ended badly. No matter where he hides in the Cape of Tianya, he cannot escape the pursuit of rocks. Why don't you agree? Is it because the old man is not strong, or do you look down on the old man? Threat, red fruit threat. Kaido looked ugly, his lips twitched as he looked at Whitebeard. Whitebeard hangs high as if he can't see it, it's not his business. Kaido was speechless. Whitebeard is a big pit, dug a pit, no matter what happens, just bury it. No. No, I dare not. Teacher Kaido said in fear, I'm afraid that someone will kill me. It's just pushing the pot, who wouldn't? Captain, I'm sorry, it's up to you. Old man, our captain is stingy. If he knows that Laozi has betrayed him, he will kill Laozi. Use the captain's name, and trouble him yourself. As long as you can beat the captain, everything is fine. However, it is impossible, the captain's strength is very strong. Chen Qingtian's strength is not bad, if he really wants to face his own captain, it's not enough. You too, tisk tisk. Terrible, push the potmaster. Tai Chi is doing well and has a bright future. I don't want to be the old man's son, forget it, the old man doesn't like to force others. Chen Qingtian didn't want to fight rocks, it was a meaningless fight. He won't touch things that are thankless. The trouble with Kaido and Big Mom is because I want to give them love. The care is here, Chen Qingtian's goal has been achieved, the latter is unnecessary. Drink, drink. Don't talk about those sad things, let's continue to drink. Come on, drink. Ha ha ha. Soon, laughter filled the tavern. The three of them, you have a cup, and I have a cup. I don't know how long I drank it. Kaido collapsed, drunk, lying on the table unconscious. Whitebeard is a better drinker and not drunk. He could still drink with Chen Qingtian, the three of them fought and one fell down. There are two people left. Chen Qingtian raised his glass. Come on, Newgate, let's drink. Kaido is too good, he can't fight, and he can't drink. Whitebeard Newgate laughed. Ha ha ha, Kaido is too good, and we are not at the same level. Being a teammate with him is an insult to Laozi. I am ashamed to be with such people. What a shame. The drinking of the two continues, and if one of them does not fall, the battle will not stop. Continue. One more dozen. We drink. Linlin. Do you know where the two of them went? They haven't come back for so long. Golden Lion Shiki asked the ant, he was out of alcohol, and the wine on the boat was about the same. He personally has a favorite wine, and specially asked those two people to buy it back. After waiting for a long time, no one was seen. Normally, they should be back. Unable to wait, Golden Lion found Big Mom and asked, do you think they are in trouble? Or, those two people went to play with women. Especially Kaido, the young guy, just the age to be seduced by the outside world. Beauty is the most poisonous, and it is something Kaido cannot avoid. Being recruited is not a shameful thing. As for the woman next to her, Golden Lion Shiki is not interested at all. Who doesn't know that the woman next door is a ruthless woman, whoever touches her will be unlucky for life. I don't know where they went, and they didn't tell me. You ask me, who do I ask? Big Mom snapped back unceremoniously, she didn't want to talk to Golden Lion Shiki. Old smoker and ugly. There is nothing worthy of her, so you have to be ruthless to deal with this kind of greasy man. No, Linlin, Kaido doesn't usually have a good relationship with you. I don't ask you, who can I ask? Who doesn't know that on the ship, Linlin and Kaido have the best relationship? After Kaido got on the boat, Linlin took care of him. Take care of him, otherwise, Kaido will be bullied. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that Linlin has taken a fancy to that kid Kaido. Tall, mighty, good-looking, great potential, good talent, all of them are the most suitable for Linlin. Kaido can be said to be Linlin's future husband, bar none. As for what Kaido thinks, no one knows. Shiki, come here again. Believe it or not, my old lady will destroy you. The fierce woman is scary, and Shiki distances herself. He rubbed his hands, exhaled a puff of smoke and said, "Hey, Linlin, don't be so angry, we are partners after all, can we have a good talk?" Linlin said angrily, "HMPH, talk to you? Is it possible?" The golden lion Shiki left desperately without getting any benefits, and he couldn't do anything to his aunt Linlin. He was upset when he was told, "Humph, Charlotte Linlin, I can't do anything about it, I can trouble Kaido Kid. Those two bastards have been away for so long, why did they go there? No, Lousy has to find them." Shiki can't wait. He wants to vent. Being irritated by the ant, he didn't vent, he felt sorry for himself. On the wine table, all fell down. Kaido fell first, followed by Whitebeard Newgate, who also fell. After holding on for half an hour, Whitebeard couldn't drink anymore. Smelling of alcohol, he fell asleep. Both of them collapsed. Chen Qingtian was in high spirits and did not appear to be drunk. He pushed the two of them. "Newgate, Kaido, wake up." There was no response, the two fell asleep. They were in a daze, reeking of alcohol, and it was impossible for them to sober up in a short time. The two of you who are good at cooking have such a poor capacity for alcohol, they are ashamed to say that they drink every day. It's agreed to invite the old man to drink. If you fall down, who will pay? No way. Chen Qingtian groped them. After finding the money bag, the valuable things of the two were taken out by Chen Qingtian. A lot of money, worth thousands of choppers. One chopper is 100 Baileys, 1,000, enough to pay for the drink, and there is still a lot of money left. Without further ado, put it in the bag. Their money belongs to Chen Qingtian, and Chen Qingtian's money belongs to Chen Qingtian. Happy. With an extra income, Chen Qingtian looked at Whitebeard's knife again. This knife is worth a lot of money, right? Wouldn't Whitebeard be furious if it was sold? Whitebeard, Newgate's favorite knife, must be worth a fortune. Touch, look at. Pull it hard, but it won't move. Whitebeard held onto it hard, even when he was drunk, he wouldn't let go. The guy who eats, can't be taken away. Tisk tisk, it's true Newgate, it's just a knife. How much is it worth, can you give it to me? Use your strength, but you won't be able to move. There is no way for Chen Qingtian to take this knife away. Disappointed and dissatisfied, he continued to explore. I found their private money and comforted myself. He wanted to be tough and take away their clothes too. After all, I, Chen, will not strike lightly. It's such a happy decision. Kaido. Newgate. If you don't give me a knife, I'll take your clothes. Reciprocity. Soon, he stripped Kaido of his clothes, leaving him with a strip of cloth. When it was Whitebeard's turn, Chen Qingtian was quick to strike. Be quick and ruthless, while they are drunk, you can do it yourself. After finishing, Chen Qingtian appreciated his masterpiece. Tisk tisk, not bad, the craftsmanship is not unfamiliar. One left a piece of cloth for you, you will definitely thank me when you wake up. Mr. Chen, is indeed a good person, praise yourself. Appreciating the masterpiece, Chen Qingtian likes it more and more. He lacked a set of cameras, and if he could, he would like to take a photo of them as a souvenir. It is my duty to care for you, ordinary people cannot get my love. This is your honor, it's also your honor. Kaido. Whitebeard. The two of them didn't know that someone treated them like this when they were drunk. If they had known, they would not have drunk. Don't drink with Chen Qingtian. Drinking this time will be the darkest time in their lives, bar none. In the long future, when they recalled this scene, they couldn't help being furious. After finishing everything, Chen Qingtian was principled, opened a room for them, threw the two of them on the same bed, and closed the door. Leave alone. I'm really a nice guy. A small note was left for the two of them, which read. Dear Kaido boy, little brother Newgate, don't worry. This place is absolutely safe. I accept your clothes and money with a smile. Don't worry about me. Thank you for your gift. Remarks. After you wake up, you should check each other carefully. I don't know if there will be something beyond friendship between the two of you. If there is, please find the other party's responsibility. Don't look for me. Don't look for me. Don't look for me. Signer. Your dear father. Even if I have been your father for a second, I am also your father. When the two of them saw this inscription, they would probably be pissed off. Chen Qingtian left the tavern with a smile. Life is really wonderful. I met a few rich men, one or two gave warmth. Chen Qingtian is going to find a place to receive rewards, so as to improve his strength. Unexpectedly, he was asked for directions. A golden retriever, at first glance, is definitely not a good person. Take another look. This person looks familiar. Observing from the front, Chen Qingtian frowned. The golden retriever was walking with a cigar in his mouth, tugging at it. The way he speaks, he can't wait to slap a brick on it. Hey, old guy, have you seen these two people? He took out 2 photos. The photos of Kaido and Newgate respectively. Chen Qingtian shook his head. Old man, wait. Laozi asked you something, you ignore Laozi? Golden Lion Shiki is displeased with Chen Qingtian's attitude. Laozi asks you a question, you answer. What does shaking his head mean? Do you think Laozi has dyed golden hair? You look down on Laozi? Believe it or not, Laozi calls hundreds of people to kill you. Chen Qingtian wondered why the people on the Rocks Pirates were all the same. Kaido was like this, and so was Golden Lion. It's unreasonable, the biggest in the world. If I ask you a question, you must answer, otherwise, you will lose face. Brother, I really haven't seen them before. Younger than me, looks more anxious than me. The word, big brother, of Chen Qingtian insulted Golden Lion Shiki. He pointed at Chen Qingtian. The old guy called me big brother, so what have I become? Old guy. Taking a puff of the cigar, Golden Lion exhaled the smoke, and the anger in his heart could not be suppressed. Hoo, old guy, you are very attractive. Chen Qingtian. Damn it. Who is the one pulling you? Look at you, it's like 250,000 to 80,000. What qualifications do you have to say that I am pulling? Come on. We're not on the same level at all. Do you know who Laozi is? You dare to talk to Laozi like that? Believe it or not, Laozi will kill you. The attitude, tone, and tone of speaking are exactly the same. As expected of a person from the pirates. Rocks has a good eye for people, and he finds people with the same personality. 1 or 2, the future achievements are not low. You look at them, there are 3 of the future 4 emperors on board, and a big pirate, Golden Lion Shiki. I have to say that Rocks can't do anything else, and his eyes are absolutely accurate. Brother, I didn't do anything. The innocent Chen Qingtian spread his hands, saying that he just said a word and did nothing. Why are you killing me? Golden Lion was confused by Chen Qingtian's attitude, and it seems to be the same. He just answered a question. Why should I kill him? Is it because this person is dragged by looking at it? Haha. Sometimes you can offend people if you don't speak. You, standing here, have already offended Laozi. When Laozi saw you, he couldn't help but want to beat you up. Why do you think this is? Chen Qingtian. Brother, why do you all have such thoughts? It's not right for you to act like this. Now is a new era, pay attention to civilization and harmony. Gone are the violent societies. We are civilized people. Do not fight. No trouble. Don't do it. It's a problem to start first. Even if it becomes a big trouble, you don't take it for granted. Civilized people pay attention to solving problems, not creating them. It's wrong to fight, kill, brother. Bringing right and wrong, your loved ones will cry, big brother. One big brother at a time. You are getting anxious. Calling you big brother is to save face. I can't call you uncle. Chen Qingtian couldn't shout out either. Golden Lion Shiki frowned, and he took 2 deep breaths of smoke. The anger in his heart was almost uncontrollable. The old guy in front of him actually educated himself. He is saying that I am a gangster, thinking about fighting and killing all day long. There is no reason for this. I, Golden Lion Shiki, have never been preached. You. What qualifications do you have to say about me? Laozi hates others to lecture me the most. Do you think you know it well and are very good? Laozi told you that you managed to piss off Laozi. Originally Laozi didn't want to cause trouble, but you asked for it. Angry Golden Lion draws his sword. His exclusive weapon, 2 swords. 2 swords Golden Lion? Are you sure you are not a second-hand stream? Your feet are not your swords. That's right, his leg is still there, it hasn't been chopped off. Suddenly, I couldn't adapt. Wait, big brother, can you calm down? Golden Lion Shikijet. What do you say? Come on, follow me, take a deep breath, exhale. Yes, inhale, exhale. How does it feel to do it again? Golden Lion followed the breath, feeling nothing. He pointed at Chen Qingtian, feeling like he was being tricked. Suddenly furious, he was the only one who played with others, no one dared to play with him. You wanna die? Don't, big brother, put down the sword, there are too many people here, and the impact of beating and killing is not good. Chen Qingtian pressed down on Golden Lion Shiki's sword, but Golden Lion was reluctant and was pressed down by Chen Qingtian. With so many people around, it is easy to cause accidents when they fight. Adhering to the captain's philosophy, don't cause trouble. Golden Lion gave Chen Qingtian a step down, and he stared at Chen Qingtian to see what he was going to do. Brother, look, we don't know each other. I have no grievances with you. Why do you have to fight and kill? We met by chance. Even if there was a little unpleasantness, we can't kill each other, can we? Whoever meets someone will kill someone. If you tell them, how much face will you lose? You are a famous big pirate, but I, an unknown pawn. Even if you kill me, it will be bad for you and will affect your reputation. You don't want to be stigmatized as an old man with no power to restrain chickens, do you? Golden Lion shook his head. Laozi is also a well-known pirate. How can he be stigmatized because of you? Look, if you want to find someone, I can help you, but you need money. You want these two people, right? We are friends, and I can help you find them. Chen Qingtian asked for money, not much, and asked someone to give me tens of thousands of Baileys. For two people, a total of 50,000 Baileys has already been discounted by 50%. For the others, I want at least 100,000 Baileys. Come on. Give me the money first, I'll arrange someone to find it for you, I'll have news soon. Don't dawdle, don't hesitate, after today, it will be difficult for you to find such an opportunity. I can't miss this opportunity and don't come again. It's rare to have a big discount today, so hurry up and give me the money. Golden Lion Shiki gave the money in a daze, looking at the empty wallet. Looking at Chen Qingtian's skillful movements, Golden Lion was out of breath. Chen Qingtian stopped him from speaking, and continued to fool around. Okay, you have already given the money, and I will arrange for someone to find them immediately. Wait for me for a while, I'll be back soon. Turn around and pretend to arrange people. Only when Chen Qingtian disappeared from sight did Golden Lion realize that he seemed to have been cheated. That man took his money and ran away. Taking a closer look, Chen Qingtian was nowhere to be seen. He had already fled away. Damn it, dare to lie to Laozi, Laozi will kill you. Golden Lion Shiki, who exploded in rage, was furious. No one has ever dared to deceive him, Chen Qingtian was the first. Take his money and run away. Word got out, and his Golden Lion Shiki reputation was gone. Laozi's fame cannot be ruined. Laozi wants to find you and destroy you. Killing in silence, this matter ends here. That old guy, he must have killed him. No one can keep, he said. Asshole, stop for Laozi. Seeing that Golden Lion could not catch up, he flew into the air. Flying in the sky, the Golden Lion stood high in the sky, looking down. The higher you fly, the more comprehensive you can see. Found you. Bastard, dare to deceive Laozi. Fly over there, Golden Lion is going to catch that bastard. Unexpectedly, Chen Qingtian turned left at a critical moment and entered a small road. When the Golden Lion turned around, the person disappeared. Disappeared out of thin air, as if it had never been there. Standing in the void, Golden Lion Shiki frowned. He was thinking about what happened. He scanned around, but he didn't see any trace of Chen Qingtian. Disappeared? Impossible, he must be nearby, there should be something blocking Laozi's sight. Golden Lion lowered his head to perceive, and found that person as soon as possible. I can no longer play with him, and if Marine finds out, it will be troublesome. While not afraid of Marine, they don't want to deal with Marine either. Go down and stand on the ground. The Golden Lion was standing at the place where Chen Qingtian disappeared, and he searched around. The line of sight cannot stay for a moment. If it were him, where would he choose to run from? Golden Lion looked towards the building next to him, and there was a small door. HMPH, how dare you play tricks in front of Laozi? Ignorant old guy, soon you will know what will happen if you offend Laozi. Laozi hates others to deceive me the most in my life. Not even his parents. Whoever deceives him, Golden Lion will make him die. Entering the house, he saw Chen Qingtian, chatting with two people. You're here, don't worry, I've made arrangements, we just need to wait for the news. After arranging the manpower, Chen Qingtian asked the two people who they didn't know to leave. Give them a chopper and let them go for now. The two wanted to continue talking, but when they saw the menacing approach of the Golden Lion, they were frightened. Leave quickly, leaving Chen Qingtian and Golden Lion Shiki. Chen Qingtian walked up, put his arm around Golden Lion's shoulders and said, come on, sit down, don't worry. This kind of thing takes time, we have to take our time. Drinking. Brother. Golden Lion's face was dark, he was wondering what the hell Chen Qingtian was planning. I can't believe this person's words, don't drink. He just wants to kill. Take a sip, brother, the weather is hot. How can I not drink? Pour a glass of wine for Golden Lion. Chen Qingtian forced Golden Lion Shiki to drink. Golden Lion Shiki didn't drink, and pointed his sword at Chen Qingtian. If you compare again, I will kill you. How much longer? Chen Qingtian said with a smile. Soon, it will probably take an hour, let's wait slowly. Golden Lion Shiki said coldly. An hour? Old guy, are you playing with me? It takes you an hour to find someone on a small island? Are you joking? Golden Lion Shiki couldn't bear it. He drew his sword and gave Chen Qingtian a sword. Fortunately, Chen Qingtian dodged quickly, otherwise, the corpse would be separated. With a quick, deadly blow, Golden Lion Shiki wanted his life. Brother, can you calm down and kill people here? It's not good. Golden Lion Shiki ignored Chen Qingtian's words. He stared at Chen Qingtian. The heart that wants to kill can't be calm. Being deceived, he will not let Chen Qingtian leave here alive. Laozi gives you two choices. Either, you commit suicide. Either, Laozi gives you a pain, you choose? Both are deaths, one is suicide and the other is homicide. Golden Lion Shiki lost his patience. He wanted to finish this guy quickly, and went to Whitebeard in the two. Things cannot be delayed. Chen Qingtian shook his head. I choose the third one. Golden Lion laughed out loud when he heard this. His killing intent couldn't be suppressed. Okay, since you are looking for death, don't blame Laozi. Laozi's swords haven't killed anyone for a long time, and they need your blood to start them. Two swords, one is Muku and the other is Sakura 10. The weapon that Golden Lion has collected for a long time is also the weapon for which he is famous. Sword, has not drank blood for a long time. Today, break the fast. Slash wave. Huge sword energy is fired from Muku, just like Tempest Kick. Denser and more powerful than Tempest Kick. Golden Lion Shiki's swordsmanship is quite strong, and with his Devil Fruit ability, it is enough to gallop on the sea. Boom. Slash wave. Sakura 10 then sent out slash wave, two sword chi, one after the other. Slashing Chen Qingtian came. Golden Lion Shiki folded his arms and stared at Chen Qingtian's reaction. What? Sword chi was avoided. Golden Lion Shiki said in surprise. You were actually a master, tisk tisk. Avoided. Not blocking, but twisting the body to avoid. The old guy in front of me is not simple. Sign up, old man. Golden Lion Shiki reported his name, Golden Lion Shiki. Chen Qingtian said casually, Garp. Golden Lion Shiki was speechless. He said, hello, your old boy's name is Garp? Chen Qingtian nodded. Yes, what's the problem? Golden Lion took a deep breath, his chest shaking violently. First met a marine named Garp and fought him, he said. You guys are obviously different. Are you taking Garp's name too far? This? Chen Qingtian didn't expect Garp's name to be heard in his ears, and they even fought against each other. Being punctured on the spot, Chen Qingtian couldn't help but blushed. Embarrassed. Ahem, is he only allowed to be called Garp and not me? Where does the reason come from? Golden Lion Shiki. After the identification, this person is a fake. He didn't even report his name. Does he despise me? This person actually felt that Laozi was not enough to be his opponent. Slash wave. Lion Majesty. The room was cut into several pieces. Sharp slash wave that cuts through hard walls with ease. Shiki uses Lion Fruit's ability to levitate objects around him. Condensed into Lion Majesty, floating towards Chen Qingtian. Boom. The battle is on the verge of breaking out. Golden Lion Shiki hit hard. He no longer pitied Chen Qingtian. Either don't do it, or make a ruthless one. After traveling in the sea for many years, he understands a truth. A lion fights a rabbit with all his strength. The Lion Thousand Slice Valley. An upgraded version of Slash Wave, with stronger power and thicker sword energy. The speed is also faster. Golden Lion Shiki made several successive strikes of sword energy, each of which was full of murderous aura. Tear through the ground, surrounding walls, and can't stop Thousand Slice Valley. The surroundings were soon surrounded by sword energy. Chen Qingtian touched his chin and said softly, Hey, Shiki, I heard you are good at flying. Follow me. Moonwalk. Step on anywhere and fly into the air. Chen Qingtian avoided the Thousand Slice Valley without any risk, slashed and landed on the ground. Smoke rose everywhere. He, looking at the town, flew outside. Golden Lion Shiki sneered. HMPH, compare your flying ability with Laozi. Laozi thinks you are stupid. He, the strongest air combatant. No matter who it is, They dare not say that they will fight against him in the air. The sky is his territory. He, Golden Lion Shiki, Lord of the Sky.